Let's go, Tim. Ready? Excited? Not really. Welcome back. We are here at the National Collegiate Rugby All-Stars. John Broker with Tim Wilkes, National Collegiate Rugby's major weekend. This is the final Rising Stars game, the South versus the East. Tim, interesting matchup coming. These teams have been going at it for 2 days. This is their final one.
You're going to have your name.
The third match of the last 2 days, East and the South. Both of them have one victory, both lost to the North. Again, in pool play action, that North with their third win gives them the championship. But both these teams with plenty to play for here in this final match.
Kickoff from the South, who are wearing the blue shirts and aqua, and the navy blue are the East. Lesky, the D3 Player of the Year, gets that one moving. Great player out of Franciscan University from Carrollton, Texas. Very sharp pass, as you can see there. East immediately moves the ball to the wing. Good run, good breakthrough there from Nchika Mduba. Pass out the back. Wide they go off of Ryan Paul. Players coming up the side here. Freshman and sophomore majority on these teams, and the big break comes from the East right away. That is Metabula. Metabula gets to the try zone, and Intamu Metabula is going to score the first try. He is a sophomore out of Wheeling University from Nelspruit, South Africa. Gets 5 points to his name, Tim.
Boy, and it didn't take them long either. He takes it there and a full 70 meters past the first, blazes past the final two defenders and brings it all the way home. It didn't take them long. And boy, they showed their athletic prowess on the outside. Great try from Metabula. Just 5'9", the sophomore out of Wheeling, but plenty of speed to burn down the edge. Great run.
Kick to come, scored in more of the corner there, so a little bit of a harder kick coming for the East team. Their approaches, launches a long one there, it falls down just in front, so 5-0 Tim. South will want to come back quick though.
Now it's good stuff for the East. Only had a couple players with tries so far this weekend. Number 14, Nate Ingles with 5 tries for the East. First one there from Metabula, but just, again, shows how much athletic prowess they have on the outside. Quick hands, easy try.
Beautiful kick there from the South. It goes 10 there on this one. Sending the big boys through with an offside advantage. Comes back from Fian. Fian from the University of South Carolina, Kennebunkport, Maine native.
Still playing the
Runner
advantage.
coming through. Second run there for Tommy Darlington. Darlington out of the University of South Carolina. Looks like a useful player to pile through there, but offsides against the East. It's going to be a South penalty right here inside the 40-meter line of their opponent. So opportunity as Lucas Staggs get the ball. Staggs going to go for the post.
Great work on that kick. It was a beauty of a restart. Took that one in stride, plucked it out of the air, and gets them a setup here for their first points of the match. Really liked what I saw here from the South yesterday. Again, a couple of good matches for them, but everything to play for with all the scouts and everybody here. Just freshmen and sophomores, but definitely a place to make a name for yourself.
Player goes through his motions there, hangs that one up, and it is good. So it's 5-3.
Lucas Staggs, Sam Houston.
And it was off of that offsides, John. They're a little too aggressive with their first defensive stands. Just got to make sure they're back behind that last foot. Got dinged for the penalty and an easy 3 to cash in. Keep things moving here for the South. And on the South side, again, they lost to the North 13-5, gave them the best match that they had seen on the weekend. So just based on that, might give the South the edge here. They also had the victory 41-24 over the West yesterday.
That ball bounces from the East, doesn't make it 10, but South decides that they want to run with it, so they're going to get on the move here. East regathering on defense. You can see they're getting themselves set. The South send another runner through. Little wrap around. Player's going to hang on to that one.
Get your feet, get your feet.
Cameron Bozen out of Vanderbilt University. Ball back across. James Tobin moves that one. Gets it out to a waiting player. Referee looked like he was about to get involved in the action on the field. But away they go again through Tobin. Ball bounces, rolls towards touch. Positional play. It's going to be a line out here for the East at their own 40-meter line.
Yeah, John, we already see kind of the strategy there from the Rising South. Charlie Fian is a magician there with that boot. Pops that one up over the top, just looking for some extra space. Now putting a little bit more pressure here on the East inside their own half of the pitch.
Ball over the back. Nobody really jumped for that one, but it comes down to Joseph Griffin from University of Scranton. Newton Square, Pennsylvania player out of St. Joe's Prep. Looking wide, but picked off right away. What a play. Style points coming. Landon Day is going to score that one. Picked it off. The University of South Carolina player from Charleston, South Carolina. Gets 5 points.
John, that's his second interception try of the weekend. He had one yesterday against the West where he took it a good 60 meters off the pick. But you see him down here, number 27. As soon as that ball comes out, he knows where he's going, picks it off there from the try score, doesn't even give him a chance to take it. And the big time splash and the celebration there. Great work for the South to put this statement on it. And actually, John, it looks like we might be coming back here.
Yeah, maybe coming back here. It looks like we're going to have a penalty against the South. Kick from the East. Yeah, I didn't quite hear the referee's call on that one.
Over, please.
But nonetheless, we're at 5-3 for the East.
Bring him down!
Jose Lowell gets this one in. East is going to go. Molesky with that great pass into the middle of the field. Ball comes out the back. Looking for the pickoff again, but not getting it there. As the East streams down the side. And a nice break there. Here they come at the try line. Can this player power it over? He's there. Will he be held up? Referee is on the spot. Assistant referee will need to offer some assistance here. It looks like Nate Ingles could have potentially been down there. Ingles, University of Kentucky, Fishers, Indiana. Referee has said that one was held up. So we're going to have a goal line drop here for the South.
Make sure they're behind you.
Yeah, that just shows just how dangerous Nate Ingles can be. Just a freshman, but 5 tries on the weekend so far. Almost had number 6.
What a goal line drop here, all the way down to the other 22. Wow. That's impressive. East will have to start again from deep. Nduba. Nsika Nduba cuts that one upfield. Nduba from Wheeling University. Molesky gets the ball quick, and they're going to move. Nate Ingles. Molesky, quick ball. Ball through from Ryan Paul. Bobbles on the ground. Tough to take for this South player. He got hit. Was that legit is the question. He was going for the ball, so it should be okay. So into touch it goes. Maybe an East line out here.
Yeah, you see Ryan Paul with that little kick from his fly half position. There's the hardware there for the boys from the North. 3-0 on the weekend. Championship medallion to take home as well.
Winners of the Rising Stars there, good on the north. Ball comes down here, but not straight.
Yeah, slide or scrum. Scrum.
Yeah, John, we're starting to get a little bit of a breeze, a little light left to right, blowing here from the near side to the far side as well, but may have caused a little bit of havoc with that one, but big mistake there for the East. We've seen the speed that they have on the outside. Might be the South with a little bit more up front. And I think, John, it must have been that they called Day offsides on that almost interception try. He already has 2 on the weekend.
Heads in. Eight.
You have to keep an eye out, eye peeled at all times for the guy in the red scrum cap.
Yeah, he does flirt for that line there, looking to get those pickoffs. You saw one just after that he didn't really get close to. South comes to the ball again. Looking for a nice break up the middle and find it. Good keeping the hands free and getting that pass away. Molesky cannot rip that ball out of the hands of the man, Landon Day right there, and they're going to go for the boot. This would be a 50-22 if it rolls, and it does. Should be a line out coming to the South. Smart play, good territorial work.
And I think that was, again, Charlie Feehan just finding a little bit of space on the edge of the defense there. He's able to get the perfect angle with it, center of the pitch, pick your side. He was able to slot that one just over the 22-meter line, and a great kick puts them in excellent position here for a possible driving maul.
They have 4. Are you in? Set your line. Full line, boys. Keep it wide, please. You good? No contest. We're playing on. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good.
Driving forward here are the South. They take the line out looking for the ball. Ball comes to Feehan. Feehan shows one way, goes the other. Slips forward, however. It's going to be a scrum advantage here to the East. East trying to get the ball going, but they'll come back and take the scrum. Molesky was looking to
advantage that game, double knock
with it.
The ball lost forward.
Just knocked it on.
It up here.
My time on injury.
Just knocked it on in return there. Couldn't come away with the advantage. So, again, pinned inside their own half. We'll see how the scrum's looking today.
And I see blood there. We got
2 matches yesterday. Some tired legs out there. This is your opportunity. See our next level rugby camera crew there on the pitch. Opportunity at possible rising of the stars here. Apropos name, but it's been an excellent competition. The North have been dominant, but again, both these sides, plenty of players with accolades, plenty of athletic prowess out there, and it's been fun to watch these youngsters, again, all freshmen and sophomores out here on the pitch this weekend.
Scrum black, scrum blue.
So we have this young crew here.
You guys aren't blue, you guys are aqua.
To the East.
Or I don't, coral, green. Oh, we'll go, they just read it in green, okay. It's not really a green though, but we'll make it work. All right, boys.
Players getting looked at, that's Feehan. Our notes have him listed as 4'10". I think he's a little bit bigger than that, Tim.
Yeah, tend to do that sometimes, and I don't know if they got a 4'10" fly half out there, but 173 pounds. He's done great. He's really been, you know, a driving force of this squad. He's not the one taking it into contact every single time, but at the same time, you give him a little bit of space. He is always looking at the edges of your defense, trying to pop one in behind or on the sides.
Just going off to get his head looked at there. Possible HIA medical team right in the field, aware that that's what they need to do. Ball comes in from Molesky. He said Division III Player of the Year as a first-year player. Ball comes out. South looking for more points here.
Hands off!
To take the lead. There's a little space open right on the side of the ruck here. They're going to go in the other direction, but the player's going to get through. He was in Premier, to be honest, and try awarded. South is going to get 5 more points, takes them to 8. Kick to come.
You didn't release. Back.
I think that was James Tobin in there. He was able to get through, but again, yeah, John, denied the second time of a try.
Interesting calls going on here. They're fooling me a couple of times. I've been talking a lot this weekend, so trying to pay attention to a lot of games. You slip a little bit occasionally, but don't want to. But it's a penalty anyway for the East, so they kick this one downfield.
Yeah, it did look like they were a little slower with the play there, so maybe that whistle had already sounded. Still not out of the woods yet, though, the East.
It's wide.
See if they can find an exit strategy here off the line out.
Just their 12 and a half
we
minutes
got numbers
gone
issue.
after.
Wait. Gentlemen, set your line. Get up.
After this game is the Great Lakes
Are you in or
Thunderbirds
out?
versus the Western Bison in the
Okay, what
third,
are you?
fourth place matchup.
Then you're gonna be on the line.
There,
Be
3:15
on the
Eastern
line.
is going to be New England Red
No, not with
versus
this
Southeast
receiver.
Bears. Tim and I will be bringing you
We're
that
matching.
action for all the marbles at the end of the day. Ball down south eventually comes into that once. They break off the back to the East. Little footwork there. Gets just enough space for a team to come in and clear that one out. Here come the East.
Roll away, roll away. Get hands off.
Back the other way they come. Good work there by Ryan Paul. East looking to play a bit width to width here. East coached by Max Hamilton, Quinn, Cottaboy, Killian,
Hands off.
Paul Kern, Steven Sanchez, and Luca
Offside
McAllister.
advantage. I got him.
Offsides again. It looks like Day getting himself offside there. Some space opens up in the wing now, and here
Now,
come the
play
East.
on.
Nice athletic work there from Nate Ingles. Ingles has been effective every time he has touched the ball.
Yep.
Ingles.
Going back.
First-year
Offside.
player
Blue
to-
27.
Talked about him just before.
Thank you. My time.
Now
Captain.
they had the turnover there. They pushed forward and stepped
Captain.
out of bounds, but a big advantage was on there with the
Two.
possible offsides.
Offside. 27 creeping up in the back arm. Sorry. Shut up. Next one. He's got to take a breather.
He overs up the threat of the sin bin.
Come back on. Offside. Blue 27. No, green 27.
Quick ball in there from
Knock.
Lowell. Gets knocked back by the
Play
East
some
with their
advantage.
ball. Move it out there, Ryan Paul. Back here, seem to be knocked on by the South, so to be a scrum for the East off of that lineout.
Big man.
Yeah, kind of a tale of two different styles here in this match. The quick hands and the athleticism on the outside for the East. From the South, we've seen a little bit more of the power game and a little bit more of the boot as well. So still a tight one here midway through the first half. Fun to see if that athleticism for the East here gives them another opportunity.
Big drive coming in from the South by Molesky. Doesn't get his usual precise and perfect pass, but gets it away anyway. So here come the East. Nice little moves there. That's Metabula. Seeing him in full flight. Penalty against the East this time. Player not releasing. South has the ball. Looking for that lead. Denied a try earlier.
That was Ntamu Mathabula. Took that one into contact, but was a little bit stranded there. Not releasing the call on him.
Lucas Staggs from Spring, Texas, takes that penalty, knocks it downfield. So it'll be a line out here for the South going in. A Sam Houston State player,
Good.
Staggs.
I see Isaiah Phillips there. Not the only player to be wearing the Waffle House undershirt there with the long sleeves.
Full line, boys.
Sure, all these boys having a
Full
great
line.
time here in
Hold.
Atlanta this weekend.
go,
A
quickly.
tremendous opportunity
Gentlemen,
from
take a
NCR just to be able to give these
Take a
kids
step.
another
All the way.
shot
Wide.
to be able to
Thank
show
you.
what they can do. Adding the Rising Stars competition the last few years has been tremendous as well.
Hands off. Pass back.
Ball in here. Molesky has a hold of it. Trying to put some pressure on it as the South. Good pass there. They're in the middle of the field. They're going to go wide from their own zone, unafraid to run. Little step. Can they get around? Nate Ingles has to pass the ball up.
Good push.
Continue to drive forward, but ripped out of the hands by the South.
Hands off.
Opportunity here for the
Off
South.
his neck.
Away they come.
Come, man's gonna roll first.
Run coming there from Connor Brady. Rye, New York native from Vanderbilt University. Here's the big man, Tommy Darlington, but he gives that pass up off to Brady. Looking to combine there. Ball and tackle coming at the same time.
Off your hand.
Referee
Hit
whistles
your
that
hand,
one up. Is it off
Unlucky.
of the east? So it's going to be a scrum here for the south.
Wasn't there offside line?
Yeah, we're starting to see them try to get those gears cranking with the big boys inside. Trying to keep possession just a little bit here. See that big fella, Tommy Darlington, 260 pounds out of South Carolina. He got his gears cranking, had a nice little offload there. Was able to suck in a couple of defenders before popping it to the outside. But I like what we're seeing here from the south. Just try to keep possession here as long as you can. Keep the ball away from those athletic fiends there for the east.
Big drive coming from the east. Ball squirts out. Is the referee going to reset, or was there a penalty there? Just going to reset to the south here. 18 minutes gone, 12 left in the first. We have another scrum.
Yeah, East really got to make sure they're driving nice and straight there. That one started to angle a little bit. Went forward enough, said the referee, before that ball came squirting out the side. But a huge surge there, and really we'd seen the south maybe with the stronger scrum, but not on that last occasion.
Set!
South with the move here. Ball comes out from Tobin. Tobin, ball in the middle of the field. Had one dummy runner come in, but it comes back into the hands. A scrum advantage here for the east. Off a little knock forward, so scrum to the east. And you're a scrum aficionado. These last couple of minutes have been for you, Tim.
Oh, yeah, you got to love to see the dark arts here inside the scrum. South opportunity there on the outside with Landon Day, who, again, one of their leading try scorers, but knocked it on and then came away with the poach to be able to at least stifle the attack and kill the advantage there for the east. But we saw a little bit of an extra shove, maybe that push there from the east a couple scrums ago kind of woke them up a little bit. See what they've got in store here for their own put in.
Ball across in the east. Had a little dummy runner coming around the back where they'll break the line there with Nsika Mduba. Mduba gets across halfway. Oof. He knocks off another defender. He's going off on his own. Eventually taken down. He's got company with him. So Molesky's so quick to get that ball away. Gets the ball to Turner. They move it out wide. Ingles has done so much good work, and Ingles is going to touch that one down. Great work by Nate Ingles at University of Kentucky. First-year player out of Hamilton Southeastern High School in Indiana.
Yeah, what a great try there. You just got to give him a little bit of space, and the two-time Indiana Rugby Academic All-State player just knows what to do with it from there. But here's the burst initially. What an incredible run from Nduba there in the center of the pitch, and just small little movements back and forth. Defense can't find where he's at. Eventually brought down, but on the outside. Ingles always ready for the reception there, takes it around the corner, and just too much speed to mess with on the outside as he lays it in for his 6th try of the tournament.
I'm just trying to stay alive and take care of my people. And they don't have no award for that. Trophies.
Kick is no good there, so just 5 more points on the board for the East. But they are in the lead here as we continue to move forward. Just about
really, John,
9 minutes to go in this half. Tim, go ahead.
Really the name of the game there for the East. Just get it out to your athletes. And they have been the ones that have led the charge for them. South probably with the most possession, couple of times inside that 22, but still no points to show for those 3 drives. They're deep into the East territory.
Hands off! Hands off!
Ball to the East again. Molesky finds a runner. Little tip pass. There's a dummy runner coming in the front, but referee's fine with it. Molesky again, keeping that tempo going. Molesky gets in there before the ruck is done to get that away. Penalty here against the South. Molesky's going to go quick. Good move by him. Nice break up this right-hand side. Ryan Paul has it, and this might be the one for Mduba, but he's going to show, and he's going to give it back. He's happy to give those up. Luke Turner's going to get the try, but it's Ryan Paul and Mduba who really made the break right there off of the Molesky break.
Yeah, just great field awareness. Always know where your support is. There's the smart quick tap and multiple runners right off his hip, ready for action. The final fullback chooses wrong, and then too much speed there for Mduba. The friendly pass off to his teammate gives him the try. Got to reward the chase there. Anytime you're in support, you got extras with you. Got to reward it, and it's a beautiful try here for the East. 3 big-time tries, and all from a lot of distance past midfield. And boy, they are striking from every inch of the pitch.
That one is good. It's converted by Turner. He converts his own try there, does the Rio Grande player. Good work as we're on to about 23 minutes gone, so 7 minutes to go in this first half.
Turner, one of the many players from around the globe, him out of Eastbourne, England. So great to see all of these athletes here on the collegiate level trying to bring the American level of rugby up with them.
Elliot Smith takes that one in. University of Kentucky player out of Highlands Ranch, Colorado. East now up 17-3. Handoff there as the ball goes wide. Happy to run as ever is Ingles. Has to keep himself in field. Does he? Nope. His shoulder just goes out there. Hard luck, so into touch they go.
My time.
Yeah, so some strong tackles here from the South. They've showed their prowess this weekend. They put up 41 points yesterday against the West. A little bit of a talk, as you said.
Yes, you can bring him back on. Blood stop's coming back on. Enough. Enough.
I know.
Enough.
You say the same thing?
Enough.
No. Shut up.
Next time, mouth, offside, goodbye. Understood? Thank you.
Landon Day not too happy to have to listen to the referee. He really ought to. Captain quieting things down. Ryan Cruz out of Fordham Prep, a first-year player at Wake Forest University. He is a nuclear physics major, is the captain for the South Rising Stars team. Tim?
Back 10. Yeah.
Tremendous effort from them. See if they take this opportunity and get their first try.
Can't hear you.
Ball across. In the middle of the field they come.
No hell play.
Good work by the South. By Cruz, and they go to the wing. See if they can get some speed out here.
Play on.
Taken away here by the East. Good move as they come far across. Ball out wide here. It's in Ingles' hands. Ingles.
Advantage high.
High tackle there from a man just warned about multiple offsides.
Roll away.
Molesky.
Still playing penalty
Kick
advantage.
here. Laying a penalty advantage. They'll come back from this most likely.
Edge on the high tackle on that one. I think it might have even been Landon Day. He gave a little extracurricular with that tackle too as he was being brought to ground. But he is definitely flirting with the edge of the law here. Offside sometimes, a little bit of extracurricular after a tackle. He should just take a deep breath, see if he can put together some points back forward.
I think he's testing the edge of the referee's patience as well. It's what he may have to watch out for. As the ball comes cross field here, the South looking for more points, down 17-3, 4 minutes to go in the first half. Plenty of time for them. There have been some comebacks over the weekend.
Roll away. Hands off, please.
2 days in a row. There can be some differences and some changes. Penalty this time against the East.
25.
Yeah, just got a little too aggressive. A little too aggressive there with the poach out the back. Got their hands on it, but too much. hands in the ruck, and so they'll get sent back 10. Just 4 minutes left here for the South. Had that only the one penalty kick to show for their efforts so far.
Close into the line they go. South with an opportunity now. East has had more possession and a bit more territory. They played out of their own end for a bit. Looks like Fian is back.
Back.
Happy to have him back the team. Glad he's
Not
passed his
contested.
HIA.
Advantage.
Maul is sacked, but referee says illegally so. Might have been okay, but he's in the better position than I. Here comes Cruz. Cruz, the Fordham Prep graduate,
Hands off.
Wake Forest freshman. Ball comes back. There they are on this left-hand side.
No.
If they don't score, they'll come back for the penalty. Ball is short. Here comes the South. Ball is held up. We'll come back for the penalty.
Boy, John, that's the third time that it looks like they might have had the try, but been rejected all 3 times here for the
Collapse
South.
the ball. We had advantage off the line out. Collapse. Back 10, please.
The boys are playing, my boys there.
They still get one more crack at it, though.
Fian has the ball. He's looking who's going to give it to. Fian taps, just pops it up there. Sends the power through.
Release!
That's Connor Brady. East players staying underneath it. Can they get under it? That one is held up and no penalty there. They're going to get the goal line drop out there. You can see how happy they are.
Behind.
Referee's going to whistle here.
Yeah, it wasn't a clean drop, John.
Offside on the goal line drop. 5-meter scrum. Offside.
Interesting there. Just rushed it to the East to their own detriment. Minute and a half to go. It's going to be a scrum here to the South, right 5 meters out from the line.
Yes.
Talk about defensive
You're in front of
stands.
the
The
kicker.
East 2 times in a row, holding them up over the line and rejecting the try. Only a minute left here. If they can come away with no points here for the South, that would be a huge exclamation point for this first half.
Fine.
Hear my try, boys, hear it.
Set.
Ball to come in here from the South. Big drive. Fian has the ball in hand. Little pop-up pass. Again, back to Fian. Fian tries to pass away, but comes into the hands of the East. The East once again getting away with it, but pop that ball up. Back to the South.
Last. Hands
South on the
off.
move now.
Hands off. Advantage high. 2-4.
High tackle there from the East. Too many penalties coming from both these teams. 30 seconds left on the clock in this first half. They have the penalty advantage, so Fian goes for the cheeky play and gets it. Try awarded in that corner. Good vision, excellent work. Comes down into the hands of Jason Renock. Renock is going to score that try. He's out of Susquehanna
My
University
time.
from Haddonfield, New
Set
Jersey.
your mark. My time.
See this kick here
Chris.
from Fian. He sees the space. He knows he's got the advantage. Pops that one up over the top and right in position. Trajan Falk there out of the University of Texas in
I have
Austin.
head contact. 2-4 blue.
Takes it out of the
yeah,
sky and brings it home.
Green did duck, so
Great
there's
try
mitigating
and
factors, but I
exactly
have
what
shoulder
they
touch
needed.
10. Think yellow card. Did you see anything to
Thank
go
you for
against what I
the
said?
correction there. I was
All right,
looking at the
thank you.
wrong team sheet.
Captain,
Apologize
2-4.
to Trajan Falk. You can see that that is you
Yep.
now. San Antonio, Texas native scored that. Nearly give it to the same number on the East. My apologies.
I see you.
Yes, sir.
Going at the player.
Good.
Player ducked. Shoulder made head contact. So there's mitigating factors.
Yes, sir.
Shoulder did make contact with the head. So that's a yellow.
Yeah, John, that's Lucas Becker, 6'5"
Yes.
freshman.
We'll talk.
Just couldn't get low enough on that hit as he collided there. I think it was Aaron Sloan that he collided with
I'm good, thank you.
in that run up to the try. But in the end, it's a great kick, and it's Fian using that boot to perfection back and forth across the pitch and get his team right back into this match.
Right on the stroke of halftime as well. Kick to come here It's going to be Lucas Staggs. Staggs gets it over, and that's going to be halftime. So we're going to step aside with what's
Yellow
becoming
is
an
7.
absorbing contest here, 17-10 for the East. We'll step aside, be back with second half after this.
Conversion good, and the East takes the lead into the half, 17-10.
Consistency on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Atlanta, Georgia. The final Rising Stars 30 minutes. It's the East versus the South. John Broker here with Tim Wilkes. 17-10, the East lead. But a late try there from the South is setting us up for a great second half, Tim.
Yeah, a lot of fun there in the first half. You saw the Rising South led by Charlie Feehan, the economics major out of South Carolina. Using the smart plays, had advantage, a beautiful little chip kick over the top for that last score. That brings us to a 7-point game and a player in the bin for the East. So it could be a huge swing, even though the East really dominated that first half. The South in a great position here.
Ball back here to the East off of that restart and kick coming back. Some changes coming in here. Luke Turner makes a good break. We did see him in the first half plenty. Turner scored one, the Rio Grande player. That ball goes back. Good defense coming in from the South. See what kind of messages these coaches may have put in at halftime as that one bounces off a player, comes back. They get the scrum advantage, so it's going to come back to the South. First scrum of the second half, down just 7 points.
Yeah, a little too hot to handle that pass. Tristan Price tried to hang on to it, but just had that one pop away from him. Unfortunate stuff there as his first action of the match.
When you go in,
those little mistakes with the player in the bin, they can be costly. Now giving the East an opportunity with the full width of the pitch. Able to find possibly some gaps here off the scrum. It's a great attacking platform when you got that advantage.
Set! Hold.
Ball coming in here for the South. And again from Tobin.
I got advantage.
No 8.
Got an advantage here at the scrum. Feehan has the ball, gets it into the hands of Cruz. Cruz is going to make a huge break here. Don't know if that covers the advantage it may have, and it does according to the referee. As they continue to roll. Hands work here coming. Connor Brady takes that one in. Connor Brady, Vanderbilt University player, electrical and computer engineering major.
Not forward.
Scooped up off a loose ball there from the East. Scrum advantage to the East, picked up by Elliott Smith. Elliott Smith, University technical player.
Is over.
Little pop back in, little show back out. Trying to get the ball away, but it's scooped up by Landon
Through the
Day.
gate, not through the gate. Hands off. Hands off. Hands off.
Player from the East has been away. Referee warns him to get away so they don't have to penalize. They're going to come back here to Tobin. Tobin's going to move the ball. Pot of forwards coming from the South. Day a little slow to get up. Feehan launches one towards the sideline, and that's knocked on over there. We'll hold up. It'll be a scrum.
Yeah, wind's starting to really pick up here this afternoon. That one just kind of drifted in the breeze. Made it a difficult reception there. Looks like Day back to his feet. Don't want to negate that player advantage that they currently have, but now on the defensive end side of this scrum, still a few more minutes. Again, that yellow card was right before halftime, so a full 9 or 10 minutes of that advantage here in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Crouch. Bind. Set!
Ball in here from the East. Big drive coming from the South.
We got advantage for unbinding
what work
early.
to get that away, but there was an early unbind by the South. So penalty advantage here for the East. So free play, going to come back to the penalty.
Flankers unbinding.
Yeah, just got to make sure you stay fully bound in there. It's easy for the referee. You got to have your shoulder connected to the rest of that scrum. Anytime you're standing up, you pop that shoulder free. Easy call.
You weren't through the gate before you put your hands on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice big tunnel, boys. Yeah. I got 5.
Ball out out here to the east. Little break around the outside. Good work off that penalty and then the line out. Off they come, looking to look at the ball into some speedy runner's hands, but Turner is going to take this one in, get it to the ground. South unable to rip that one away. Little bobble pass up there. It gets to Paulowski. Paulowski tries to put it on. Knock on there by the east. The South will have the scrum.
Well, you have to release your hands fully off of him, and you rode your hands on his body down to the ball, so you never released.
Good explanation there from our referee. Is that one just off the mitts of Elliott Smith out of the University of Kentucky. Looked like he had the space there on the far side, but just couldn't scoop that one up off the pitch. Gives the South now an opportunity with that scrum. A few new players in this one, but I would probably give the South a little bit of an advantage in the scrums there in the first half. East had a couple of good shoves.
Step, please.
No steals against the head to speak of so far.
Take a step this way, please. Take a step. Take a step. There you go. Take you guys' feet on the line. There we go.
Ball to come in here from the South. Tobin.
Bind.
Wake Forest University player.
Set.
Rugby at Gonzaga. Rugby powerhouse in the DC area. Ball back to Fian. Fian has some company. Hangs a high contestable one up in the air. But it comes down to Ingles. Ingles, powerful down the side there, looking good, and Ingles puts the unselfish pass inside. Has to get that to the ground as Elliott Smith. We're going to find out here.
Yep.
Referee on the spot. Try awarded. 5 points there to Elliott Smith, a first-year player in Kentucky. Lots of absolute honors to his name. But Tim, talk us through this incredible run.
Yeah, Ingles' little shake and bake to get past the first.
But I got probably at least 2
throws the second to deck, slipped by the third. 3 broken tackles by Lucas Ingles, tiptoeing next to that touch line as well. Doesn't matter. He is a wizard on the outside, and then had that perfect field awareness to have it be his support with him and slide it back in with a beautiful pass to Elliott Smith, who took it the distance. Great work from the East. It's what we saw a lot in the first half. Took 6 minutes for them to get back on the board, but a short-handed try. Great work through the hands from the far side. Again, Ingles already with 6 tries, a couple assists as well.
East lines this one up, see if they can add some more points. 22-10, they're up. This would put them at 24. That one is going to fall to the side of the post there, so 12-point lead. 37 minutes gone. We're in the second half here. Getting ready for the 2 big ones after this. Great Lakes versus Western Bison in the 3rd, 4th place match. And then New England Red versus the Southeast Bears for the big one. 3:15 Eastern. Referee.
My time.
Whistles for something.
All right. All subs in.
Just waiting for some substitutes there, so now we're good to go. Fian has the ball. He'll get us started again. Fian. Nice little just 10, but it comes down into the East hand, so on the attack immediately.
Hands.
Are the leading team, 22-10. Molesky looking for the ball. Just flips that one out there. A little wider off that rushing defense. They get it out into the middle of the field. Good work there to keep alive by Matabula. That pass, however, rolls in a touch just outside the 40-meter line of the East. The South will have a line out here. Plenty of time for a comeback for this team from the South.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with the East. The quick hands to be able to get it outside. The South have tried to negate that with some charging blitz defense to try and get in their face and disrupt some of that width. But they have just been too quick with those passes. It's been fun to see what the East can do, ball in hand, each and every time.
Get in that line.
Ball to the front. Good job by the East to rip that one away. On the attack again. Molesky, quick ball out there. That one spills. Scrum advantage here for the South.
Playing scrum advantage. Scrum advantage is over.
Ian looks for it. It bounces, rolls towards touch, plays a little territory there. Territorial pressure on the East as they're going to have a line out just outside of their 22.
My time.
And the boys
Subs
from
are
the
coming
East back to full strength now. Here with this 12-point lead, they extended it during that period of play.
When you drop the flag from the
Tremendous
line,
athleticism,
bring it
and
back to the line,
everybody
drop
has
the
to
line
do
on
a
the spot.
little bit extra when you only got 14. Got to fringe out to the outsides a little bit more. Just too much with the offense. Great work again. Nate Ingles continues to be one of the most impactful players that we have seen this
Mikey, be
weekend.
good.
And that last try
We're
was
waiting
all
for subs,
from
please.
his athleticism. And so now another opportunity, though. East with the throw. So still have a little bit more of an opportunity to get back down the pitch. Final substitutes coming into the match and just about ready to get things moving again.
20 minutes to go in this one. Ball up, comes down to the East. No competition there. Players just waiting to come up on defense for the South. Isaiah Phillips got himself up in the middle there on defense. East, little errant pass, gonna have to clean this ball out. Knocked it on, scrum advantage. Playing a little too loosely in front of their own zone here. So now a scrum advantage, but an opportunity really for the South here as Tobin moves it out into the hands of the big man,
Still playing
Connor
scrum
Brady.
advantage.
Brady, a Rye, New York native, once again takes
Scrum
the
advantage
hard
is
yards
over.
for them. Scrum advantage over according to the referee. Bit messy here. Are the East going to clear this ball out? We're going to find out.
Balls out.
South. A messy one. Ball's out. Tobin has to get rid of it. Again to Brady. A repeat of what we just saw.
Good pull.
Penalty against the South. Not releasing. Eventually players got loose, so that ball is available. Player is back in here for the East as well. Shane Rowland. Long raking kick there from the East. Don't let that ball out. This is dangerous days.
Through the gate,
Ball
back
has
through the
come
gate,
back
hands up.
to the East, and good work to get in there. Ball comes with feet of Mduba. He just gets over to clean that up and get it to some of the forwards moving towards the try line there. From one end to the other he goes. Molesky gets that ball away. Big tackle comes in, so ball still alive. Molesky gets it out to that right-hand side into Tristan Price's hands. Out to the wing they go. Do they keep that alive? It went forward off the pass unless he was in touch. Ingles just loving that touch line and unafraid to work up and down it.
Forward by Green. Then he collected, then ran out of bounds. So I would say knock on, Green, blue ball.
Okay. Knock on in the field or directly out. Okay. He has knock on Green before it was pushed forward by Blue, so we're gonna scrum to Blue on the knock by Green.
Good work from our AR and referee there to be able to decipher exactly what was happening.
Thank you.
Take a little extra time. So off the knock on, it will be an East put into the scrum. They've got these athletes here on the outside as we take a look. Mduba, the sophomore, getting ready to see what they can do off the back of this scrum.
Fine.
Scrum here for the East. Good opportunity for them. 43 minutes, 13 minutes gone in the second half. Molesky, the ever strong run. And Duba puts in a short little pass there to hard running Jonah Beck. Molesky gets it again. Now in that first receiver spot, it's Dakota Faulkner. He goes wide, but the intercept is there for the South. The boot comes. They're going to launch it downfield. The foot race is on. Currently being won by the South. But that ball slips. It looks like he knocked it forward there. So scrum advantage here to the East. So much good work, but just the bobble at the last minute on the turf comes up to the East. Good fortune.
Yeah, that was Trajan Falk there who scored the try just before halftime. Streaking down the side. It was a great choice to just give it the boot, let the wings do the running. He almost had it, just overran it. Never know exactly how that rugby ball's going to bounce, and that time it was a wicked one. That hop took it away from him, tipped it a little bit, so the knock on there gives the East the ball back.
Bind. Set.
Ball in here from the East. Molesky. Big run here coming up the middle of the field. Player's going to make sure not get isolated. Player from the South is off his feet there. Just lost his footing. Molesky's going to put that one downfield. Smart play by the young man. D3 Player of the Year. I've said it a couple times. Was very impressed. Let's call him in a D3 championship for Franciscan. And he just kept that team moving so well. Blocked there by the South, but then knock it on. A lot of this going on all of a sudden. Taken in again by Tristan Price out of Rio Grande. Scrum advantage here to the East. A couple more passes, it will wind away. It should be gone just about now.
Scrum advantage over.
Referee says scrum advantage is indeed over. The run here, good work from the defensive player to take his arms down. Nearly a high tackle, but wisely, his hands in the right place there.
Roll away.
Little show from the East. You see their 40-meter line. Dashed line right there as the ball comes back to Faulkner. Faulkner's going to keep this one tight.
Not held.
Faulkner.
He wasn't held.
From Indiana Institute of Technology, Dayton, Ohio native Molesky. This one out again. Running to this right-hand side. Big fella up the right, Tristan Price. 6 foot, 196. That ball spills forward to the South. Get back here, scrum advantage for the South.
Back 10.
Turns into a penalty. Penalty for back chat. He had warned the South, but that time the East bore the brunt of it.
Taunting.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit behind his back there. John must have had a few words as they were looking to set it up, but it seemed okay. But unfortunate stuff there. Didn't quite give the South much time with the advantage there either. But in the end, they're able to boot this one down and progress their way down the pitch. Still not out of it. Again, all first half, it was the East dominating this match 17-3. But that quick try brought the South back in it. Showed their potency through the boot of Charlie Thean. Their number 10 has been tremendous in this one. A couple of subs coming in, ready for action.
Jacob Griffin there looks excited to play. University of Rio Grande player.
That's a... That was good. That was good.
Good rip away there by the East. So no luck for the South at the moment. Still down 22-10. Just under 50 minutes of play and an offsides against the South team. Right into it, Brendan Mullen. Blue Hen from Delaware. Faulkner goes back in with the pass. Faulkner a little bit more of a running fly half as they come out to this left-hand side. One-handed pass gets knocked up into the touch area. So we'll come back.
Option, throw it forward directly into touch. Scrubber lineup.
Yeah, that was Jonah
Green.
Beck,
Scrubber
the
lineup.
freshman out of
Captain?
Delaware,
Who's
just
your
kind of
captain?
palming that one-handed.
Scrum.
Just any
Thank you.
small little deflection is going to make that one
Scrum option.
go out into touch. So an errant pass there off the side. Set up the South. Here off the
Outside
line
feet,
out,
outside
they've been
feet on the
pretty
five-meter
good with it
Take a step that way.
throughout. And actually, no, we're just going to
Outside
have,
feet on
they
the five-meter
chose the scrum here.
Here we go.
Back to one of their strengths.
Crouch. Bind. Amen. Get your head in. Set.
Ball to come in here from the South.
Is he driving right?
Big
Chris?
drive from the East here, but ball comes squirting out, so
Off
no
the knee,
penalty
play
coming.
on.
That one
Off
came
the
off the
knee.
knee and then kicked forward. So foot race is on here again. The East is going to win it. Up the middle they come. Little pass off the back. That one goes forward. Messy game at the moment here, Tim. Lots of spills, lots of scrums, lots of advantages.
The knee's
But
not his
these
hands.
teams just want to run and play and have a good time here in the Atlanta sunshine.
Yeah, something about maybe 120 minutes of action yesterday. Out here in Atlanta now in the 30s. Fighting through the elements. Beautiful day, though. but just unfortunate there, trying to fling it, almost backhand passes, getting a little loose with those. That was James Holland, couldn't come away with it. So again, another opportunity here for the South with the scrum. Really impressed with that shove that the East put on the last one, though.
See if they can go again. They're trying to get that squeeze on, but a little more stability here from the South. Able to get that one out to Fian. Fian's going to go for the little chip, try to cover it himself, and he spills. Another scrum advantage. So here come the East. The East breaking up the middle. There's the halfway line right behind them.
Scrum advantage is over.
Molesky gets that ball out. Little tip comes up in the hands of Brendan Mullen, who went to Monsignor Farrell High School in Staten Island. Kick that time from Dakota Faulkner. Ball rolls just outside of the try zone. The South has to put this one in touch. So as they don't get it, however. Thought it went in, so pardon me, as it goes to Ingles. Ingles, dangerous man to kick the ball to the ground. East on the move. Here's Molesky. Andrews. Ball out into the hands of James Holland from Wheeling. Continuing to go forward are the East. Little pick and go from one of the big fellas there. That's Brendan Mullen. We just talked about him.
Right time.
The referee
Foul play.
seems to need to have a foul play conversation with the assistant referee.
After the ruck, green 10 pulls blue 14 by the neck, or jersey here, straight down off his feet. Could be
Late play, penalty.
Yeah.
So blue 10.
The
Pulling by the
sun
collar.
is shining and the
Green
murk
10.
is
After
on
plays
there,
away.
guys. Get
So we
to
have
the first 10, buy the
unsportsmanlike play, penalty kick
$15
to
t-shirts.
blue.
You know you want one.
Okay.
Please go and get two.
Yeah, John, a solid jersey.
Blue cap.
Player getting
Blue
flung
cap.
through the deck, kind of out of nowhere there off on the
After
left-hand
ball's
side on
away,
the far
we
side of
have
the
you
pitch.
pulling blue player down to the ground. Can't do it at the end after one ball's away. Nope, it doesn't matter. You don't grab anybody by the neck. Penalty awarded to blue from here. Okay, back 10, please. Penalty. Time's on.
Penalty only there, so no cards. But
Foul play.
foul play.
High.
The referee's going to come back here.
From the 15, please. Right here. From the 15.
John,
Penalties on the
the
15.
energy level and the aggression really starting to amp up here in Georgia. 10 minutes left, but both of these squads looking for more points, and will do anything to get it. Just got to keep things in control.
Running the power boys into the try zone. In and over. It didn't take more than one person. What a try there. Just reached over and scored. Jacob Griffin would have to get absolute number on that for you.
Yeah, you see here the quick tap coming, fighting for it. Who wants it? Who wants it? Right into contact they go. You called it. Jacob Griffin, the sophomore, just 5'8", 191, but he's got his boys behind him. They shove as one and put him over the line for the try. Great effort there to be able to shove themselves through just off that quick tap. Not too often they're able to get enough force. I really think his boys behind him shoving him in helped him drive forward for the try. A little bit different there from the East. First power try we've seen out of him so far.
Yeah, it certainly has been. They've got some speed out wide. Now they're showing the power. They got some big boys in the game's reserves. That kick is up and that kick is good. So great lead here for the East over the South. Off of that penalty there, 29-10, 19-point lead with 8 minutes to go in this one.
Yeah, and John, showing great resilience here is the East. It looked like this was going to be a close match coming in here into the second half. It was only a 7-point lead, and it was going to be the South that had the one-player advantage with the player in the bin for the East, but that didn't come to fruition. All that happened, the East put on another try, shorthanded, and continue their dominance here in the second half.
Ball out in the hands of Connor Brady. He's done some pretty good running since he's come on the field. Trying to disrupt our the East, but ball comes back. Karam Sibyls Dar,
Through the
out of
gate,
Texas
nope.
A&M
Hands
University,
off, hands off, hands
Paraguayan
off.
player. Get a hold of that ball. Little chip forward.
Was he tripped?
Referee, asking assistant referee, is there a
Obstruction?
trip there?
Instruction on the kicker,
Give me an
captain.
instruction.
Penalty here. Penalty at the point of reception.
We're going to take the penalty at the point where it was
Instruction on the kicker.
happened. They're going to go quick, are the South. Looking for some points here,
Roll
down
away.
by 19. Time working against them. 6.5 minutes to go. 19
Use it.
points, 3 tries required in these waiting moments. A little bit hard, but this man
Roll.
right here is up to the task again. Connor Brady takes it.
Advantage. From the side. Play an advantage.
Ball across. They have an advantage to the South. If they don't score, it'll come back to a penalty. Trying to disrupt again are the East.
From the side.
They come all the way back.
Here's your mark.
Looking for the quick one. Out wide they go. That one rolls in a touch. Mistake there from the South. So it's going to be a line out here at the 5-meter line for the
5 meter.
East. Hard luck for the South Rising Stars team.
Yeah, they had the numbers on the outside there. Looked like possible try number 2 for Trajan Falk there on the outside. But I really like the pass, and you see here he whips it across, but just a little bit too far. And another opportunity down by the wayside.
Hold. Now you're
Ball
good.
here to the East. East driving forward.
Keep it up.
Molesky calling for him to go a little bit further. Wants to get that room.
Use it. You have still
Ball
on.
comes back. They're
Still
still
on, keep it
alive.
up.
Try scorer
Keep it
has it. Griffin driving forward. They get
Pull it
the
out,
22.
advantage.
Then they take it down. We've got an advantage here. Pulled down by the South. He's tackled him on the line. We'll come back. We'll eat some time off the clock.
Yeah, great work in that maul. Kind of split off. Only 3 players back to it. And definitely the boys in green there from the South coming in from the side to sack that one illegally. Good call from the referee. Gives the East an opportunity for the exit strategy.
Blue line.
Happy fan of the East right there. The East is going to have this line out just around the 40-meter line of the South. 4.5 minutes to go in this one.
How many? 5. Andre, you get the front. Andrew. Hey, guys, tunnels on the blue line. Tunnels on the blue line. Tunnel on the blue line. Get out of the tunnel. Hold. Hold. Hold your throw.
Referee
Bring it
giving
down.
some instructions.
Get out of the tunnel. You, step. There we go.
Ball sails over the top, but it winds up in the hands of the East, so they seem to be good to go. Molesky. Ball goes wide
Not held,
in the
play
middle
on.
of the field. He's going to punch a hold. Not held. Player gets to go forward. Molesky. Little tip pass out there to try scorer Griffin. He's up to it again. He's across the 22. He's going to break it, and he is in for a second. Going about a big old dive, but not sure he has it in him. But he definitely has the 5 points. So happy enough as he is. Jacob Griffin of Oakland's College, Surrey, England native, studying sport and exercise science at Rio Grande.
And you see here, gets that pop pass, little dummy, sends the final 2 defenders out to the right, and then the speed as the freight train takes it all the way through, comes away with the splash and the big smile. He was the one, John, that came in as the sub with a huge smile, ready to rock and roll, excited for the opportunity, and boy, has he made the most of it.
Going for the drop kick there. That one's good. Still a little time left in this one. Remember, after this, we're going to have the Western Bison taking on Great Lakes in the 3rd and 4th place All-Star match. Sid will take that with Pago Haini, and then I'll come back. Tim and I
Yeah, I got
I'm going to
time
bring
off
you
for
the
injury.
championship matchup between New England Independent Red and the Southeast Bears. Should be a couple of great ones coming your way. Great
Mike, is
young
the sub
rugby
coming
on
on for him?
freshman and sophomore from all
Okay.
these areas, all these schools
back on.
in these rising stars. Southeast, north, and west have had a commendable weekend. As the ball comes down to the east, the waning moments here. 2 minutes. Look at that little pop pass. Can he go again? He can put the pass away, Griffin. He'd get the assist on this one because here comes Ingles, and Ingles is something else.
Pulls up.
He's just grown all weekend on this team. So
Rock,
good
hands
out of
off.
Kentucky.
Hey.
Molesky calling for the ball here. Drive forward, another big boy looking at the line, another big boy at the line. He's there, he seems to be over, he seems to be in. That's Henry Beasley, another University of Kentucky player out of Northbrook, England. Captain of his Illinois State High School team, played on the select sides. Glenbrook North High School. Take a look, Tim.
Yeah, caught that one at a good pace and just had the jets to be able to take it the distance. Fan trying to hold it up, but not possible. There's the big fella, 6 foot 210. Just too much power and strength. Points to the crowd, to the cameras, and a great show of athleticism there. Still got to give a shout out to Jacob Griffin on the outside. He had that beautiful hands, as you mentioned, to be able to snag it, pop it back in. The danger man,
15
Ingles,
seconds.
set that one up, driving him deep inside the 22, and then the finish out from Beasley.
That kick is good. Almost at the end of our match here, 43 to 10, 30 seconds to go. Referee says about a minute to go. It'll be the South's opportunity to kick off here. Ball up, not what you want
Free
now.
kick
It
or
doesn't
scrum?
go 10. So it'll be kick or scrum. See some more of the Waffle House sleeves there, covered in Smother's arms. And ready to go. It's going to be a scrum of the midfield for this East team.
Got to come down, win in Rome, enjoy some of the southern delicacies
Certainly
down here
would.
in Georgia.
Love some Waffle House.
Crouch.
Maybe
5.
give me free shirts though, Tim. I gotta get. I gotta do something about this. Ball in here for the East. Molesky. They're in the red there. They want more points. These boys are having fun now. Look at this ball out to that left-hand side. Cut back in. Big break. Try line. Beckoning. Try line
up.
there. Are they in?
Held
He
up.
is held up. That is time. And there's going to be 43 to 10. Nearly another try there for the East. Hope that player is okay. 43 to 10. We're going to step aside.
Second. Hold on.
Consistency on 3. 1, 2,
I can call you mine. Once more than I swear we are through. We should still have fun, though we say we're done. 'Cause I just wanna get done with you. Yeah, last time I can call you mine. Once more than I swear we are through.
Welcome back to Silverbacks Park here in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the 2026 NCR Men's All-Star Shield Challenge. Rising Stars Championship concluded with the North, your victors. Now it's time for the third place match here for the All-Star Challenge. I'm Tim Wilkes, joined up here in the booth by Pago Haini and Pago, MLR veteran that you are. What have you seen out of these teams this weekend, and what should we expect here in this match?
Good afternoon, Tim, and good afternoon, everyone. Very excited to be, on this call with you, Tim. Third place, both teams, very dominant in the forward pack. They love that physicality. Bison, they had some good games yesterday. Unfortunately, fell short there in the semi-final for the first place. And on the other side, we've got the Great Lakes Thunderbird. Their forward pack. Huge. Watch out for their number 10, the Zimbabwe International, and also their number 12, Nyamunda. Very good physical run of football. So it's going to be a very exciting game. I think it's going to be a big battle up front from both forward backs. Big units involved in this one. So we're going to be in for a treat. It's going to be a very physical game, as I said before. And it's going to be a battle of the big boys up front.
Yeah, you mentioned Nyamunda, the big number 12 for the Great Lakes Thunderbirds, was presented with the D1 Player of the Year award. So he has shown out this weekend as well with 3 tries as well. And the Wheeling University native, the junior, just shows how much of a tremendous athlete he is. Off that first kick, it's just the T-Birds punching this one out into touch. An opportunity for the Western Bison to drive. Taken up high there by Samuel Whitmore. Or excuse me, that was Garcia with it. Out of the sky, and now they'll look to drive here on the near side. Malaulu is a force there from that number 1 jersey out of Southern Nazarene University. Too many times he gets hit behind the gain line. A little too aggressive. The Thunderbirds off their feet at the back of the ruck.
Shot.
And it's exactly what we spoke about just before, Tim. The physicality of both teams. Good running there by Konama Malaululu. And also follow up with another big run by Logan McDaniels. 6'3", 235 out of, Southern Nassau University. Big units. This is going to be the type of match that we're expecting from both this team, using their big backs, big forwards up front to try and gain that advantage line, trying to punch over to get some space for the fast guys out wide.
This one off the mark, no good there from Thomas Wilson, the sophomore out of Southern Nazarene. This team coached by Eric Gilliland, also out of Oklahoma there in Southern Nazarene. He's done a great job of building that program over the years, now into a varsity program there in Oklahoma, really starting to get things clicking with the recruiting. Big kick there from Musawingi. Spin this one back to the center.
Yellow retreat.
Through Talanoa. And this kick hangs high in the Atlanta sky there for forever. Finally takes a couple of bounces and it's scooped up by the Thunderbirds. Boys from the Great Lakes secure possession and look to charge. Ooh, catching this one flat-footed though. They're able to get the gears cranking a little bit. Drive forward over the midfield stripe. Ooh, a little discombobulated off the back, had nowhere to go with it.
There's a release.
Posey number 9 comes in, rips it out of there, and the Bison are back in charge. Space here on the near side. A little bit of a bobble there, but now it comes to pace. Here on the near comes Talanoa with the dish. And you see the foot out into touch. Winger just could not keep in play. And that one will be a turnover after Chungong stepped out.
That was a great cover tackle there by Musawingi, one of the superstars of this weekend, as we already spoke about. Zimbabwean international representative already. You know, really showing his class here, coming across that field, making that try-saving tackle, pushing that Bison player out of play. Unfortunately, the Bison gets that ball back. Great opportunity here for them to continue this onslaught, continue this attack.
Okay.
It looks like we're going for our first scrum of the match here, Tim.
Yeah, just a little bit of a knock on there. We'll turn this one back over.
We have that stability on
See what kind of an exit strategy the Thunderbirds can come up with here, deep inside their own end of action. Thank you all of us for joining us here on NCR TV, Next Level Rugby production. We thank you for joining us this weekend. It's been a tremendous event.
Guys, so yeah, not enough space.
We'll reset that one again through Dan Finn, our referee. As we take a look at the squad on the other side, the boys in yellow. Nobody with 2 tries on the weekend so far here for the South. They had that victory in their first one over the Midwest. Could not punch their ticket in the semifinal. Just battling for glory here. Again, still individual prowess on the line here this weekend, as we've got NRL scouts in attendance. Stephen Lewis out there as well, looking to choose his team for the high performance for NCR this year. And it's the Great Lakes with an opportunity on the outside. Beautiful pass through the hands and the speed on the outside. Look at that one. Makoko takes it the distance, and what a huge try. Ayabonga Makoko takes it all the way through. The freshman out of Walsh University gets the first score for the Thunderbirds.
Really love playing here from the Thunderbirds. They gave away the penalty, quick tap. They saw the opportunity out wide. Some really fast backs the Thunderbirds they have. You know, Musawingi getting involved again. And Makoko on the outside, the fullback, 6'2", 190. Running like a Ferrari out there on the edge. Really good scene to watch. You know, very, very interesting early on in this game. They were deep inside their own half, decided to run the ball. Maybe they saw the opportunity on the outside there. You know, and that's been the story of this Thunderbirds team all weekend. You know, very talented team. It looks like they've been, you know, playing together for a while, but really they were only just met up this weekend. And you know, some very good team try there from them.
It was a great athletic movement, and they started to swing that down the side. I believe that was through Musawingi. Found that hard charging target. Kelly, again, just a freshman out of East London, South Africa. Gets them on the board first. The Thunderbirds in a good spot. Finally, they're able to pull this one down through Colby Seiler. Brought inside the 22, so not looking for the kick just yet. Foster is wrangled to the deck by the Bison. Big skip pass up over the top Finds his target here on the near side. Hard charging run from Niamunda. Couldn't crack the code though, but the second go does. Space here on the near side. Great work from Denishan. Denishan, the junior out of Aquinas College. Shows a great burst of speed out the back there for the scrum half. And a high tackle sends the Bison back another 10.
Denishan with another good run there. Him and Mizanquini, they're pretty much the key to this Thunderbird side.
High tackle originally,
they're really taking control of this side over the last 2 days. Nice little break there. Unfortunately, the Bison player didn't release, then giving away a penalty. And now it's just giving the Thunderbirds a great field position. They're probably going to kick for a touch here, try and set up that line out of theirs, which has been working very well in the last 2 games. Great opportunity for them to extend this lead. Camp down here on the Bison's red zone area. Continue to build this pressure. Continue to build this momentum. It's only 5 minutes in, but with this short format games, it's very important for your team to come out firing, come out ready to go in those first couple minutes, because if you manage to get a lead heading into the second half, especially with this short format games, you can build confidence within your squad so that you can finish out this tournament on a high. But number 15 there for the Bison, looks like it's Stilling is the one that was making the tackle. Eric Talanor out of New Mexico. Looks like it's dealing with a shoulder problem there, but without him making that try-saving tackle at the back end there, it would have been another try for the Thunderbirds. So great opportunity here for the Thunderbirds to add on to this lead of theirs. And we'll see what they do off this line out, if they decide to go for more or try and release those fast outside backs. It looks like it didn't go out, Tim.
No, couldn't quite find touch that time. And so it's the Bison that are able to return the pass, and they'll have, return the kick. And so now a little bit of pressure release there, but the Thunderbirds here from the Great Lakes recharging the engines. They'll look to strike again for sure. Clayton Peters out of Marian University, the senior, gets us going with the throw through Denishan. Pot of forwards there in the center, aren't able to break through.
Watch those afters.
Denishan got that one out of there just in time. Inside pop pass. Keeps things tight here for the forwards. Nice dummy all the way to the outside. There's the try score again. Nkokeli just stepped out. Not enough room on the edge for number 2.
Good build up here by Thunderbirds.
16.
Unfortunately,
that is the second time, okay?
The try score, Nkokeli just stepped out.
He just custed a player for the second
Field
time.
of play there, but good build up. Maintaining possession, as we said throughout the whole weekend. Pretty much the team that maintains time of possession and hold on to the ball longer has usually come out victorious throughout this whole weekend. So great defensive effort there by Bison, giving them an opportunity to exit out of their own 22.
Solid throw there from the hooker Drake Porno out of Sam Houston State.
Jumper knocks it when they go for the ball.
But it was knocked on at the top there. Unfortunate stuff for the Bison, and they continue to kind of play on the back foot here, just in the shades of their 22.
We are outside
Needed
the
scrum to be able to get this one back.
And this is a great platform here for the Thunderbirds. Unfortunately for the Bison, they've been struggling to get out of their own half here, early stages of the game. But great opportunity for the Thunderbirds. That scrum is right on 15.
This side, the heads are too close.
Which is usually very good attacking position.
A little bit of a step back, so we have space on
the team attacking into the try line, because you got that short side down there. You could do some tricks with it, or you can come to the open side as well. They're probably looking at crashing
All right,
up
stand up.
Nyamunda
Guys,
here.
we're good.
Very
Guys, let's take one
damaging
step.
ball
One
runner.
step.
That's
Right,
what they've been
now we're
doing in
good.
the last 2 games. And then they'll probably look at playing out of that here from the scrum.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
You hear the call coming in from Dan Finn out of the Minnesota Rugby Union. Brings this one off to the right-hand side to the Thunderbirds. The boys from the Great Lakes spin this one here into the near side. Door gets slammed shut. They try to go back inside.
No.
Find a little bit of space in there.
It's entry.
They got
Entry,
their
guys.
hands on it,
Space.
but side
You don't get your
entry,
hips
the
all the way
call,
around, man.
got to come
You don't get your
in
hips all the
through
way
the
around.
gate to be able to poach that one away.
Mark is here.
Exactly, he just got that one wrong there.
Do you want the scrum?
Dylan Domini
Points.
just coming a little bit from the side there. You know, as you said, you have to come through the gate. That is the law and the rules of the game. Unfortunately, he didn't, and the referee was right there. But I like the way the Thunderbirds is approaching this game. They just want to go direct, using that big size up front, but also the centre pairing on Nyamunda and Herbs in that midfield, some big bodies, and I love the way they're using those boys just to crash up in the middle, build some faces, and releasing, you know, those fast backs on the outside. So, you know, they've been down here 2 times now. You know, one time they scored a try, and now they're about to convert that to extend their lead to 10-0.
Musingwingi with the smile there as he cashes in for the first 3 points. First penalty kick of the day for him. Had a couple yesterday as well. He was hammering them from over 40, 50 meters out, so that big old boot might come to play here later on as well. But for now, it's a 10-point lead with about 12 minutes gone by in the first half of action. Neil Menon was tremendous yesterday, especially in that first game that we did against the Midwest. Pago, he was incredible, always in position, so quick and getting that ball in and out. Just really couldn't make his presence
Guys,
felt
take
in that
some this way,
semifinal match. Haven't really gotten to call his name much here either.
Yep, thank you.
Exactly, and then, you know, the problem with that is that they haven't really had a lot of ball compared to that first game they had with the Barbarians yesterday. You know, he just needs some more opportunities here, but, you know, without the ball, you can't really show, you know, his skill and his talent. So the Bison just needs to get time of possession, get the ball in hand, trying to build some faces, put some pressure back onto this Thunderbirds side. But a great run here by the Thunderbirds.
Dragging a good 5-6 players all the way down the pitch with him. There's that outside pass. Little pop there to Krabiel. He takes it in. And now they'll look for a group here on the near side. Great burst through. Nyamunda with the inside pass to Musingwingi. One player to beat. He cuts inside and takes it the distance. Big time try to Kudzwa Musingwingi. Dots it down for try number 2 for the Thunderbirds.
What a try from there. Musingwingi with the vision. As you can see, really a lot of space on the outside there. The wing a bit down. Musingwingi saw the opportunity, threw that cutout pass to Nyamunda. Made the little break on the sideline, offloaded back in the inside. Very good. That's what you need from your number 10s. Reading the game, getting the ball into space, and then backing up your teammates. And then he got himself another try. He's been one of the superstars of this weekend, Musingwingi. The way he controls the game, mastering his troops around the field, his vision, his skills, his kicking game. You know, he's really been showcasing all that
10 seconds.
this weekend, and it's, you know, it's a great pleasure for us to watch him do his thing in the last 2 days here, Tim.
And kick is good as well. Kicker coming in and striking that one as Musingwingi takes a bit of a break. But Pago, it's always helpful to have players out there on the same team. And when you got 2 wheeling natives, Musingwingi and Nyamunda, out there together, always looking for the other. That was a beautiful pass from Nyamunda to be able to find his target inside and he took it the distance, like they've maybe done that once or twice.
Exactly right, and rugby is is one of those is a team sport. You got to build chemistry and all that throughout the season. Them two playing together at Wheeling, that probably help with that communication, especially this weekend. Most of these players, they were only just met up. They don't really know each other that well, but that chemistry playing together, throughout the whole season, Mizikuni and Nyamanda, great connection there. But now the Bisons finally got some ball in hands. Hopefully they'll just continue to build some faces here and put the pressure back onto the Thunderbirds.
Big pop on the outside. Chungong couldn't find a gap, and now they'll spin it across. Not a whole lot of pace to it, and eventually it's ripped out of there, and the Thunderbirds back in possession. Advantage being played with the knock-on, but they may not need it. Here down the sideline, Martindale streaks free and brings it home for the third try of the match for the Thunderbirds. A big-time opportunity turned in defense into offense, and 60 meters later, another try for the T-Birds.
And that's been the story of this first 15 minutes of the game. Bison finally got an opportunity to ball in hand, but the defense from the Thunderbirds just immense. Put a lot of pressure on. The Bison got that turnover again. Nyamanda getting involved there, moving the ball into space. And Joseph Martindale, 6'2", 185 out of Marian University, business analyst major, showcasing his speed on the outside there. We got this Thunderbird team, Tim, they've got some speedster on the outside, and they've done a very good job of putting them in spaces, and we can see, two of their tries now come from that edge play. So if they can continue to get that ball outside, continue to get the ball into the hands of their speedster, it could be a very big score here hitting, before even hitting halftime. But Bison, they just need to get the ball in hand, try and get something going here before, in the last 15 minutes of the first half.
But the boys from the Great Lakes are not looking to slow down even a bit here. Craybiel takes it into contact, and now they've got some space on the left-hand side. The boot comes through, a little bit of a deflection, but it's knocked on by the Bison. Scooped up here by Musanguini. Gets past one final defender, swims around again, and the pretty offload to Denison, who brings it home for another T-Bird try.
That was, off mistake from Parsons again. Knocked the ball on, and Mr. Queenie was right there. Just scoop it on with that line break, and as all good halfbacks do, always supporting from the inside. Denison and Mr. Queenie, that combination has been fantastic for the Thunderbirds this weekend. So good to see them combining again for that another try. But I feel like the Bison is really slipping away from this game, and the Thunderbirds just taking advantage of all the opportunities they've been getting this opening 20 minutes, Tim.
Yeah, it just goes to show, you mentioned it earlier, how important possession is in this match. They've got so many great athletes out the back to the Thunderbirds. Before the Bison, just not enough possession to be able to keep it away from them and progress their way down the pitch. Only a couple times they've entered enemy territory. Now it's going to be Neil Menon trying to boot this one back and get things cranking here for the Bison. Another strong take. Musanguini again off the restart. Keep it inside. Another bruising run from Kobe Seiler out of Marian University. The freshman, 245 pounds, has been a force to be reckoned with out there, and not rolling away is the call as they continue to punish the Bison.
Yeah, very unlucky there. Connor Kelly was actually, had all the rights to get on the ball there, but his lock,
Guys behind.
Logan McDaniel, didn't roll fast enough, and that's one of the areas that the referee has been targeting, throughout this whole weekend.
Retreat, yellow.
Is making sure that players are rolling out of the rucks, making tackles, and getting out as fast as they can, so that
No, away.
the opposition can play
Good work.
fast-flowing rugby here.
Brian Foster took that one back for the Great Lakes. Dangerous pass, and it's scooped up here on the near side by Dagduana out of Sam Houston State, one of their best players, but just held on to it a little too long. Support didn't arrive. Palms up, didn't know what he did, but he eventually gets dinged for the penalty.
Really good turnover there by the big man. I think that was Tracy getting over the ball, and again Bison. Finally they got some ball in hands, but they just can't. They haven't been able to maintain possession, to build pressure, build some faces. Just like what the Thunderbirds been doing in the opening 20 minutes of this half. But the Thunderbirds, they've been ruthless with their approach, and I love the way they're approaching. This last game of the day, last game of the weekend, for most of this, young players showcasing their talent in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, they had a good start to the weekend, 29-5 over Tri-State. But then yesterday against last year's champions, New England Independence Red, they dropped that one 24-15. But probably gave them the best match that they've seen this weekend. So far, at least, they'll have the Southeast Bears will give it a shot after this one concludes.
Oh, I think we might be seeing a red card here, Tim.
Guys, so it's not a card or anything, right?
Yeah, let's listen in here to the referee.
It's really unnecessary to have to lift it like above horizontal something like that. So for now, it's just going to be a penalty, okay?
So the dangerous tackle will send the Bison back 10, Pago.
Yes, but you cannot.
Exactly, and very, very lucky there you didn't see a card. Usually when you do that tip tackle, it's a very dangerous play. Very dangerous play, and maybe the referee has given him some grace here. But usually, when someone commit that offense in rugby, is usually you'll be given marching orders. But it's the last game of the weekend. We don't want to see anyone get sent off. We want to see everyone showcasing what they're capable of in front of the scouts and and Stephen Lewis as well, heading into the summer academy program.
Yeah, maybe just lucky not to land on the head there. Beautiful pass behind him there from the fly half, Musanguini, who has been tremendous in this one.
High tackle.
Got the high tackle that we'll come back to. No advantage gained. And so again, back 10 go the Bison, who are just scrapping and fighting for everything out there. Just has not gone their way.
Your captain.
Exactly, and that's the ref is probably going to talk to them here, give them a warning.
Can I talk to them?
Yep.
And that's exactly what he does. Usually when you give away a lot of penalties, the referee will give your team a warning, and then the next penalty will probably be seeing someone going to the bin here. But discipline, very important for the Bison, especially in the last 6 minutes of the game. But great opportunity for the Thunderbirds, Great Lake boys, to extend their lead going to halftime.
Use it! Use
No
the
contest there. They've got to make sure that's used as quick as possible. Almost obstruction as a result of it. They drive their way forward. I think that's Seiler has to bring this one back. The Bison continue to drive. A little bit in from the side there as well, from Torno possibly. The referee's just going to slow this one down. Time is off. Going to have a conversation.
And then you continue through, and you go off your feet. It kills the play. You're on a warning. Sorry.
Yeah, we saw the referee gave them a warning literally about 30 seconds ago. I did say that we'll probably be seeing someone going to the bin with the next penalty, and that's exactly what happened here. And Thunderbirds back on the attack.
Not even close.
They're able to take it in for the try. Brian Foster, the freshman out of the University of Cincinnati, lowers his head and drives over the try line. As you see him just take the quick tap himself, Pago.
That is what you want from the big boys up front. Usually when you're down here, especially with the size, the strength that this Thunderbirds forward back has, just tap and go, close quarters, tap and go, and the big man use his size to his advantage to pull over that try line. But, it all comes back again to the Bison, just field discipline from them, giving the Thunderbirds, opportunities after opportunities. Right now, their captain's probably speaking to them about discipline as Thunderbirds just continue this onslaught. But
stepping up, Casey Graybill strikes this one off the mark, though no good. As we continue on, just a couple of minutes left to play in the first half of action. Bison struggling here in Atlanta, Georgia, trying to catch their bearings, and at least show off a little of the athleticism that they do obtain as well. Here's a chance now. Neil Menon, the freshman out of Texas A&M, sends this one high into the Georgia sky, caught there in the back by Graybill. Graybill stepping in. We'll sling this one back into the center. Strong tackle coming in by Raul Garcia, number 19. Dislodges that one, but they're able to retain possession and keep things moving. The look here from Musanguini with the kick, using that left boot to perfection, and still skies one up over. A little bit of wind today. Could not judge that one correctly on the far side. Chungong scoops it up now and will take it forward all the way into enemy territory. That ball is available. Big time collision in the ruck.
Guys.
Seemed to be possibly on the line there. The ball still in play. And it's the Bison that got it. Strong work there from the boys. Just putting their heads down and pushing forward and securing possession. Now a big time run from Raul Garcia. Garcia out of Texas A&M as well. Better here from the Bison, not releasing the call. Finally, a little ball in hand. They're putting some pressure on the T-Birds. Exactly what we were hoping for.
exactly, and good return there by, Changong, winger out of, Oregon Institute. A good kick by Musanguini. He returned it back. It was actually a very good return. Got on the front foot. They managed to secure that ball out of all that mess. And build some phases there. And they finally got their opportunities. This is their first visit down at the Thunderbirds 22 with about 2 minutes to go in this first half. So very important for them to be patient here. Build some phases. It's a great opportunity to get, a try, get some points on the scoreboard before halftime.
Thank you.
Just takes them one phase to get 1 meter away. They'll drive over, pick and goes, try something on the right-hand side, close to the line, but they're able to recycle it back again and get another stab at it. Big time collision back behind Conlon. Couldn't take it. Another surge forward, and it's lost. The T-Birds have it. Musanguini on the outside, just gets tripped up over the 22-meter line, but they still are on the charge. Great defensive stand, now turns right into offense. Advantage being played. That one off the referee, so we will have a penalty here. Back 10, go the Bison. Referee wants a chat.
I think we might see another yellow card here from the Bison. I think it's professional foul.
So first of all, I don't need to continue to talk to them. Let's get the other captain. Let's get the other captain, please.
But that is great defense from Thunderbirds. Up 36 points. still defending their line like it's a close game. And the Bison, you know, we spoke about them trying to get some points before halftime.
I think the frustration is that we had a few that didn't get called on us in the first 5 minutes. Whatever. Okay. I understand. This comes from a place. Yeah, I understand that you're frustrated. However, we just cannot have this happening. The same thing happens for your team.
That is great conversation there between referee and the captains from both sides. But again, Thunderbirds, you know, turning their defense into attack. Unfortunately, this ball is not going out, which gives the Bison another opportunity to get out of their own half. Great kick there from them. But Thunderbirds still deep inside there. The Bison's half, you know, with another opportunity with about 40 seconds left in this first half now, Tim.
Yeah, that was Thomas Wilson, was able to kick that one out into touch, found a little bit of space as well. So good work there, but you can see a little bit of the frustration building there from the Bison. They've got to make another defensive stand, but now they steal it out of the line out anyway. Scooped up by Logan McDaniel, the 6'3" senior, keeps things moving, dishes it off to Drake Torno. The little wrecking ball continues to push forward. Ball's there though, and again it's taken away. Can't get more than 5-6 phases together are the Bison, and eventually again another bruising run from the Thunderbirds. A little bit of space on the outside. Couldn't make anything of it. Back here, center of the pitch, Seiler dishes it off and gets the engines going again. Big pass up over the top. The big fellas using the hands nicely. Brian Foster with the inside pass. Gets the return. Can't take it quite the full distance, but they're able to retain possession. Good support coming in from the boys in gray. Out the back they come. Trying to get around the defense here. They come up into their face, but there's too much pace with the passes. They get around the corner and in for the try. Ashton Scary takes it the distance and puts another 5 on the board as this score line continues to balloon.
The big boys rumbling on the edge there. You know, we've seen the speed from the Thunderbirds out wide. This time they go out wide, and Seiler, the big boys out there, running down the sideline, creating opportunities, setting that ruck. Just fell short of the try line. You know, usually when you're under a lot of pressure, you're tracking back on your defensive line. You're not really connected like you want to. And the Thunderbirds saw that opportunity, span the ball out wide, and got themselves another try to extend this lead. Coming from Gabriel, the flanker out of Bowling Green State University, construction major. Missing Queenie for another conversion to extend this lead.
That people has been phenomenal with that left boot, and that will be enough to take us to the break. 43 unanswered points from the Great Lakes Thunderbirds have them in full control. We'll step aside and have the second half of this third place match when we return.
Consistency on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Atlanta, Georgia. Blue skies around here today. It's still a chilly 34 degrees, but a excellent weather here for this rugby action this weekend. We welcome you in to the 2026 NCR Men's All-Star Championship and Shield competition. It's been a great first half of action, but boy, it was a tough one for the boys in yellow here. The Western Bison could not put any points up on the board. And the guys in gray, the Great Lakes Thunderbirds, over 40 points in this first half. I'm Tim Wilkes, taking you through all the action. I've got MLR veteran Pago Haini up here with me. And Pago, what athleticism have we seen from this Great Lakes squad? Not too sure what the Bison can do more here in the second half to be able to get back in.
Exactly. This Great Lake Thunderbirds team has been, unreal this whole weekend. Unfortunately, they fell short in that semi-final, but, the likes of Mason Queenie, Nyamanda, Herbs, and their forward back, they've got, guys like Tracy, guys like Sila, just been very involved in this game early on. But the story of that half is just, Bison's just not taking their opportunities well. And every time they got an opportunity to, put some faces together and things like that, it's either they've lost the ball in contact or given away penalties. So in this half, for them to have any chance of coming back to try and get this 41-point deficit, first things first, they got to control their discipline so they don't have to lose anyone again to the bin, but also making sure that we keep possession. But the talent throughout this weekend team has been, unbelievable, and some very good, young, talented American kids coming through, which is exciting for our sport, exciting for the future of rugby here in America. Just like one, and he is one of those guys that's been amazing all throughout tournament here. Number 21, Sani Staferi, out of University of Rio, has been having himself fantastic tournament, and along with all others from his teammates, but also some of these guys along at Bison, the Bison team, Western Bison, haven't really got much opportunity. You spoke about Smith, Evans, earlier on that first game they were very good, but the last two games just haven't really presented with the opportunities to really showcase what they're capable of. Hopefully in this second 30 minutes to close out, their tournament, get some opportunities with ball in hand to really showcase that talent, really showcase that skill, to finish up what an amazing tournament they've had so far.
Yeah, the boys this weekend have done a good job making it a difficult one there for the high-performance coaches, Stephen Lewis and Ethan Pognett, as they will make their selections for the summer high-performance cycle. They'll be sending them out to Rugby Town and a few other tournaments as well. I know last year some of the boys sent to France, all over the world. Are we getting NCR rugby into your homes? And it's a great athletic competition here this weekend. This one, a little bit of a high ball, comes to the Bison, and they look to charge. Jordan Gillespie brings it all the way up near the midfield stripe. Better here, just got to keep ball in hand, do everything you can to secure possession, and now they find a break on the near side. Beautiful pass, hits Menon. Menon has to fling this one back in to try and stay in touch. He does so, but a big-time tackle in the end drives them out. Alex Nyamanda puts the full weight and force of his body into that tackle and drives him into touch.
Nyamanda again with the cover tackle there. It looks like he is playing on that winger position, in this game. Previously, he was, their starting center in the first two games. Maybe it's just a little change up, give, another kid an opportunity to play in that position, but fantastic player, as you said. He's been awarded as the MVP of the weekend, or Division 1, most valuable player, and well deserved, because he's been fantastic, not only for his team this weekend, but also showcasing his talent that hopefully, all those scouts can see what he can do, then get an opportunity to have a career, you know, playing the sport that we all love, which is rugby.
Penalty is going to be given here, not releasing the call, as they got a little too aggressive with it as Brian Foster trying to rip it away. Couldn't do so. But yeah, Niamunda, a great season there for Wheeling. Didn't get to play there for the national championship with all that drama, but he is a champion. They won it back in 2024, and great to see him out here this weekend. And great to see the pictures from yesterday as he was presented with that D1 Player of the Year trophy. Excellent season for him, as we see Foster there trying to rally the troops here for a defensive line out 4 minutes into the second half of action.
Big throw here, big line out here for Bison. It's kind of like the first time now in this 4 minutes for them to get something going, build some faces together, try and put some pressure back on this Thunderbirds team. You know, score some tries. You know, it's a large deficit to try and chase down, but you know, this weekend is not all about winning. You know, it's about showing that fight, showing that, you know, you can continue to play even when you're down, you know, and showing you those individuals and continue to fight until the end.
They are certainly doing that here. Space on the right-hand side. Here comes Torno, back and forth. The wrecking ball takes him within 3 meters. Now they just need to keep possession secured, bringing in more players. Jacob Robinson, the new scrum half there. We'll pick this one a little bit closer, keep it in tight. Try the right-hand side. Nice little spin. Looked like he had it there. Use the AR on the outside, but the try is given. What great work from the Bison to earn their first one. It's Drake Torno. They're out of Sam Houston State University. The Bearcat brings it home for the Bison.
Drake Torno, the bowling ball. He's probably one of the shining lights, you know, in this Western Bison team. Early in the first half, he has some very good carry. He's got that nice, short build, wide, typical hooker build. Look at that. That is a bowling ball of a human being. And it's good to see him reward himself with a try after all the hard work that he's been putting in, carrying his team throughout that first half, and now finally get himself and get his team their first try of this third place game.
Torno was with the Pac West Grizzlies again last year as well. Sam Houston State, one of the teams down here out of the Lone Star Conference that have been able to make the switch over from CRAA over to NCR, and they are making the most out of it here. And the Sam Houston also have Luke Nennis, their head coach, part of this coaching staff here for the Western Bison. It's great to see what they can do, but still can't wipe the smiles off of these players' faces. They are getting their opportunity to shine here in Georgia. Almost 6.5 minutes gone by here in the second half of action. Bison able to put their first 7 up on the board. Again, this is a squad that did really well the last couple matches that they had that big victory against the Midwest Barbarians. They came up short against those Southeast Bears, who showed their offensive potency yesterday, and will set up a great match there for the championship after this one. Playing the first knock on. Yeah, go ahead, Pago.
That's going to be one hell of a final, especially with the Bears and the Reds. Both teams, you know, played very well and very dominated yesterday. And here you are, the MVP. Just doing MVP things. Niamunda just continue to add on tries after tries, you know, for this weekend. What a fantastic player, and it's good to see that he's really, that smile is really, he's really enjoying himself now. They probably know they've got this one in the bag now, so it's good to see these players just really expressing themselves, having a go. Look at that.
Too much. Yeah, too much speed from Niamunda as he dances in between would-be tacklers, takes it the distance. And Then MVP again back in 2024 as well. He has been incredible here in Georgia. And continue to pour it on here. The Thunderbirds, their first try of the second half. They're able to slot that one through Joseph Martindale, the freshman out of Marian University. So Pago, we sit here now, a 41-point lead for the Thunderbirds. See what the Bison can do here off of the kick, see if they can pin them deep and continue this stellar play here in the second half. Kick coming in from Menon, gets us back underway. A nice high ball, a little bit of a tap back, finds its target, but eventually it was knocked on there. Good contest for it. That was Chungong that went up high for it, did enough to get his team the ball back.
And that is a good approach by the Bison there. You know, going short, putting a little bit of height under that kickoff contest. You know, they've got nothing to lose now. 41-point advantage to the Thunderbirds. You want to get that ball back into your hands, and in doing that, you know, you need to put on a contesting kick, which they did. Very good kick by their number 9, Marian. And eventually they got that ball back by a knock on. So good restart here, good scrum, good field position for the Bison to do something out of it. Continue to play and continue to try and, you know, close this gap up a little bit with the score on the scoreboard. So interesting to see what they want to do here. If they want to go out wide or they want to continue to crash through their midfield. We haven't really seen, you know, Smith and Evans in this game. You know, some of their key players maybe get the ball in their hands, trying to create something. And hopefully you can score a couple more tries, make this scoreboard a little bit respective before the end of, you know, an amazing 2 days for all these athletes.
Time back on here. A couple substitutions in and out. And we'll set things up. Again, that change back for the Western Bison. The new scrum half, again, as I mentioned, Jacob Robertson sends Neil Menon out to the wing, their number 9. We'll set up here for the scrum. 9 minutes into the second half of action. Tim Wilkes and Pago Haini taking you through all the action here from Atlanta, Georgia. So thank you for watching wherever you are here on NCR TV.
Use it!
Hope you enjoyed the weekend. The Rising Stars competition in the books as well, with the North taking home the championship. This one unlucky for the Bison. Nice chop tackle, got low and dislodged the ball. A turnover back to the Thunderbirds.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, the whole smile.
And that's exactly what the Bison didn't want to do. You know, losing position, especially when you're down by this much. You know, sometimes when you're down by this much, you're trying to, you know, do too much. And unfortunately for them, that didn't go to hands. You know, and the pressure from this Thunderbirds team is just, you know, immense. And then they're pretty ruthless with their approach, especially when it comes to defense. Creating another turnover for them, giving them another opportunity to attack from here.
It was a flat pass there from Weeks. Maybe a little bit forward, though. Good work from our team of 3 to be able to spot that one. Looked like it was straight enough, but a little too forward, says our ref. And so another scrum here back for the Bison. They look to restart the engines, get things moving again. Keep an eye on the wings again here for the Western Bison. We got speedsters Dagduwana and Chungong out there. Just a matter of hanging on to the ball long enough to kind of get them in some good opportunities. A good shove, but they're able to repel them back, hold firm, and now they'll look to spin it. Nice cut back inside. There is Chungong. Comes back to the center, and he gets an advantage being played. Seatbelt tackle up over the shoulder there from the Thunderbirds. Let's see if the Bison require that advantage or not. A couple of big tackles there for Great Lakes. Send them back the wrong direction. And again, hit behind the game line. This time it's Roy Levy, the senior captain out of Texas Tech University. Big fella keeps things going for the Bison. Menon
Advantage is over now.
takes it down into contact. No advantage gain, says the advantage gain, says the referee, but it's been a while. I don't know if they quite had enough phases, but I don't know if they quite gained that full advantage. But as soon as it's over, they get dinged for the penalty as well. Unfortunate stuff, Pago.
Yeah, I think that was very unlucky for the Bisons there not to get that advantage. They actually weren't really going anywhere. I don't think they really, gained any advantage there. But, the referee saw it differently. But great defense there from the Thunderbirds, and now they get the ball back in their hands to continue this attack.
Yeah, Tyler with the great work in that last action. He had the offload to the big number 1. And now they're able to keep things moving, and it's a penalty here as the Bison were off their feet in the back of the ruck. Kick forward from Martindale will set up an attacking scrum 6 meters out for the Thunderbirds. Just a couple of tries here in the second half. Better effort from the Bison, but just too much athleticism on this side of the Thunderbirds here in Georgia. They'll look to set up one final driving maul. Throw coming in. 4-man line out. They go up high with it. It gets knocked forward, back behind, but the return knock-on will slow the attack. No advantage gain, so we'll have a scrum here to the Bison.
And that's been the story of this Bison team in this game. Had a great, outing yesterday. Good win in the first game. Didn't really get much opportunity in that semi-final. And even today, this Thunderbirds outfit has really shut them down. Just been self-inflicted, things like that, getting good turnovers and knocking the ball on or giving away a penalty and just not being managed to get into the game. And this Thunderbirds outfit has just been ruthless, continuing to put pressure on the Bison even though they're up by 43 points. As we said before, it's a great weekend, it's an important weekend, not so much for results for some of these players. It's time to showcase what you're capable of, showcasing your skills, what you could do on the rugby field. Given that, Stephen Lewis and that academy over the summer, there'll be a lot of these players capable enough to represent. And also, National Rugby League scouts, the NRL, also in presence too. So it's a great opportunity for these kids, even though results might be in their way. But showcasing that fight, showcasing that skills on the field, it could be another thing for these young players to continue to play throughout until the final whistle.
Yeah, things starting to get a little bit awry here for the Bison, but again, it only takes one beautiful individual performance to get that second look from the scouts. Maybe give yourself an opportunity. Great little kick through the defense, opens up on the back end, but the Bison are able to rip it out of there. They wrangle it free. Great work. That was Matthew Carney that was able to collect it. Give the boys in yellow another opportunity with it midway through this second half of action. Levy lowers the shoulder, tries to recycle this one back. Menon with that box kick. Beautiful with that yesterday. Sends it high. Not quite enough, or a little bit too much distance to be able to come away with the chase. Return kick sends Menon retreating towards his goal line. Nice little step back, gets around the first defender, and now kicks this one up over. Was still inside the 22-meter line, so should be a good one.
He was inside. Okay.
Good, what a skills there from the number 9, Neil Menon, now playing on the wing. In this last quarter of the game. But great skills continue great skills here from the Thunderbirds. You know, they're not letting up, even though they're 50 points to 7 up on the Bison. And they continue to play rugby. They continue to express themselves, you know, in this last 14 minutes, which is great to see, great to watch.
Throw coming in here from Clayton Peters. Peters hits. Torno's able to come away with it, so couldn't come away with the line out there, and it's the Bison held up, getting back into it. Samuel Whitmore just grabs Torno, doesn't let the knee drop, and it's not coming free, not playable out of the maul, and it'll be a turnover back to the Thunderbirds.
Unlucky there. Torno, bowling ball. You know, unfortunately went a little bit higher.
So that language is entirely uncalled for. And the second thing, do not tell me how to play this game, okay?
Some frustrations now gripping into that Bison outfit. But understandably so, you know, it's been a tough first 47 minutes of this game. 13 minutes to go now. They haven't really got many opportunities with the ball in hand. Disruptions all over the place whenever they get possession. And now you can see the referee has to talk to one of the players there to calm down a little bit.
Strong scrum again from the Thunderbirds. Space on the right-hand side. Beautiful pass back behind. Opens things up for Martindale. Over the 22, and he's going to take it all the way home. Big-time try for Joseph Martindale out of Marion University. Dots it down and takes the score line 55-7.
Joseph Martindale, very, very good rugby player. I've been very impressed with him this whole tournament. He looks like he's been playing out of that fullback role in this game. You know, he's already made a couple of good runs. He's always in right positions at the backfield. You know, you can tell by the way he moves. He's got a lot of time on his hands, which is, you know, what makes great rugby players. Always have time to make decisions and that try shows the class of the man. And let's see if he can convert his own try right from the touchline.
Yeah, it's been incredible to watch these long tries from the Thunderbirds. I mean, that's at least 5 tries from over 50 meters out. As you see the athleticism from the boys from the Great Lakes, they have been tremendous. Coaches there on the sidelines got to be happy. Austin Morris out of Bowling Green University, Nicholas Taylor, Sam DiFilippo, and Samuel Inari out of the University of Kentucky have done a great job putting these boys into good position this weekend. The score line shows it. Mennen will get us back going yet again. Send this one up high. Pressure coming in from the Bison. They'll look to kick up over the top of it. Beautiful kick, lands in touch. Nicely done. Taken on the outside by Jaden Ayala. Leaped in the air and then dished it back inside before he landed in touch. Great effort. Be able to keep things moving. Mennen slides back into that scrum half roll here and see how quickly he can come in and out of these. They got their hands on it. Not sure of the full release there, but the penalty is earned. Colton Crabeel brings it home. The senior out of Bowling Green University got his mitts on it and earned his squad the penalty.
Colton Crabeel there with another poach. You know, that combination of him, Tracy, and also number 17. Number 21, Steffieri. You know, they've been the starting back rowing for the Thunderbirds. You know, the first couple games. Really good combination, very balanced combination. Smart footballers. And he got himself another turnover there to add on top of an amazing tournament already had so far.
Samuel Whitmore, 6'4", gets extremely high up there for the line out. And they're able to bring things down and keep things moving here to the near side. There's Graybill again. Lowers the shoulder and keeps on pushing. 5'9", 210. 10, the sophomore out of Marion University. Breaks the gain line with ease and sets up the Thunderbirds now. I think advantage being played, offsides on the previous phase. Off to the right-hand side, through the hands of Seiler, out to Foster. The big boys playing in open space. Gotta love it.
I love it when you see the big boys running in space. Number 17, Brian Foster, out of the University of Cincinnati, I believe. You know, sport admin major. He's given his opportunity in this last game of the tournament. You know, he was coming off the bench in those first 2 games. He's getting the starting job here today, and it looks like he's going to be playing the full game as well. He's been all over the place, running down the sideline, offloads. He's been busy in the middle too, in those close quarters, collision, and all that. Very good to see those big boys down the sideline. Hopefully we get to see a bit more of that in this last 8 minutes of the game.
Bison barging into the side there. Free kick given, and they'll just take the quick tap. The Thunderbirds look to find some space on the outside. Beautifully whipped pass all the way out there, but the flag goes up. Just not enough space. Glances down at the would-be tackler as well. A little bit of ferocious play coming in here from the Thunderbirds. But Pago, it's been all day long. Clayton Peters just the most recent to do so.
Exactly, and I feel like, you know, this last 7 or 6 minutes, that is probably the kind of rugby we're going to be seeing from both teams. No more system, you know. Bison's down by a lot, Thunderbirds up by a lot. So these guys have probably, you know, made an executive decision. You know, it's time just to play rugby, express yourselves, which what we're starting to see here from the Thunderbirds big boys out wide.
And then when they get the opportunity, like it has been all day, that one not straight. Another mistake here for the Bison. Looked like they were going to be able to build something out of that, but the Thunderbirds collect the ball back after the not straight call, and they'll have the scrum to themselves.
And that's been the story of Bison really in this game. They haven't really been able to hit their strikes. You know, being down 41 nil at halftime, you know, that's a big ask for any team to come back in, especially in a short formatted game. And now Thunderbirds having another opportunity to add, to extend this lead.
But you do got to give it to the Bison, though. The Thunderbirds, again, 41 points, but here in the second half, only a 14-7 ball game. The Bison playing much better. Off to the right-hand side, or back in the pocket, that's Martindale. Grubs one through, eventually scooped up here on the near side by Graybill. Space on the outside to be had. They're just going to drive straight into the teeth of the defense, making another 10-12 meters. Martindale whips it across. Charging defense comes up and causes havoc. Jordan Gillespie gets it done, and now Torno's got it. The wrecking ball continues to make another bruising run into the defense.
No clear release.
Advantage being played. I think that was Graybill trying to rip it out of there. Never released the tackler. Levy had to slow down a little bit, and that little half step had him driven backwards. Not releasing the call, and no advantage gain, and so Menon will have an opportunity to do something with it from the center of the pitch.
Again, the bowling ball. Torno with another great run there. Getting over the advantage line. It's what he's been doing all game, really. He's really been the only one that's been, you know, going front foot from that Bison forward back. Really good players had, and he's had a good game so far. And hopefully, you know, the Bison can convert this opportunity into some points, you know, heading to last 5 minutes of this game.
So Torno here, using that Waffle House power with the sleeve. Flings that one in. And again, Torno's going to look to collect it off the back. I don't think he was able to this time. Again, Torno just 5'6", showing it the size doesn't quite matter. Everybody can get it done here in rugby. Another hard-charging run from the Bison. Benjamin Nord out of Oregon State University keeps things moving. They'll spin it out to the far side of the pitch. Around the corner comes Ayala. But the door gets slammed shut. Good defense coming in, and that was Clayton Peters. Cleans it up there with the tackle. Eventually ripped away. And again, every time just about when the Bison are able to do something good, get a little bit of momentum, it's taken away. There's the kick out into touch. That'll provide a little bit of breathing room here now with 4 minutes left to play. The Bison will look to punch at least one more in and change that scoreline a bit.
3.5 on the clock.
Again, turnover in the breakdown just when the Bison was building some faces, Previously, Tracy with a turnover, that as I spoke about it a little bit, that combination of Tracy in the back rower with this Thunderbirds team has been ruthless, especially when it comes to the breakdown. And Torno again, another good run by the bowling ball.
He's sneaky back there, hiding in behind that maul. Peels off to the side and brings him a little bit closer. There's the kick. Dagduana chasing it down, but he's not able to hang on to it. I think we're playing advantage there on the opposite side of the field. So Ayala will swing this one back, and we'll look to have the penalty there just outside the 22-meter line. Menon will slow this one up a little bit and look to drive this one back in and do it all over again. Flirting with the goal line there, but they're able to get it out into touch and set up possibly another driving maul.
Good field position here for the Bison. 5 meters out. Their maul hasn't really been working well, but that Torno kid has been immense. His runs, really low center of gravity,
The accent got me there.
which makes him unstoppable, especially at this close quarter. So I'm not surprised if they're going to try and set up a maul here, get the ball at the back of it so they can Torno get his hands on it to continue his good run here.
Yeah, Pago, I got the luxury of calling one of their matches on the Friday nights rugby earlier in the year, as it was Texas State taking on Sam Houston. Torno had 2 tries in that match and was just tremendous off the back of the mauls, just like we've seen here. Here's the quick tap coming from Roy Levy. A little in front of the referee, though, so they'll have to come back and do it again. But you see the anticipation there. They're giving everything they have. Just over a minute left to play. One more stab at it. Be able to leave everything out of the tank here. Try one more time to push forward. We'll see if they can get it back to Torno. A couple times here in a row, Pago, they haven't really been able to recycle the ball back quite the way they wanted to.
Exactly. I'm very surprised with that decision by the Bison to kick the ball out, especially with the way their line out has been going so far. I thought, with about a minute to go, they'll just tap and go. And that's a great defensive effort there by the Thunderbirds. They're probably just going to try and wind this clock down now for about 20 seconds to go. We're going to a scrum. But very, very interesting decision to go for a touch instead of a quick tap, especially with what's left on the clock. But they get the ball back now in the scrum. Hopefully they could create some opportunities here, finish this game out on the high, finish what has been an amazing weekend for themselves. But the Thunderbirds, just too good today.
Fraser Leslie, the number 4 for the Great Lakes. A couple of big plays on the defensive end. And now some space on the right-hand side. Dagduana tries to come up with it, but this one's just going to be ushered out through the back. I don't know if it was ever fully touched there, but I believe so, as they will have a 5-meter scrum. But that will do it. Another great one in the books. The Great Lakes Thunderbirds are your third place champions here of the All-Star Shield Challenge. We'll step aside. When we return, we've got the big one on our hands, the first place match between the New England Reds and the Southeast Bears.
We should still have fun, though we say we don't. 'Cause I just wanna get down with you. Yeah. For the last time, I can call.
Consistency on 3. 1, 2, 3.
This is Championship Rugby. It's National Collegiate Rugby's Men's National Shield Challenge. Collegiate Rugby All-Stars. It's the finals. It's New England Independent Red versus the Southeast Bears. Somebody is going to take home the hardware. I'm John Broker with Tim Wilkes. Tim, the teams have earned their way to this match, and they are ready to rock and roll.
Oh, it should be an excellent one, John. Thanks for having me in here. New England Independence Reds came away with the victory back in 2025 as well. They're looking for the double. They've been tremendous this entire weekend, even taking down that Great Lakes Thunderbirds team we just saw put up over 50. They were able to take them down yesterday 24-15 in a really, really good semifinal. They've got players and athletes all over the pitch. They're going to be ready to rock and roll, but on the other side, these Southeast Bears have been tremendous as well, putting up 50 in their first match, 34 in their second against the West, and they have athletes all over the place. Keep an eye out for big number 8, Seth Valance as well.
Blue and red, okay? That makes sense for you guys?
Here, Constantine gets the call for the final. He will be your center referee for this one. Bears will be kicking off here in the blue. Harrison Tuisila right there. Watch this young player. He is talented. They're going to kick off. Red is ready to go. These teams are looking to take home the title here at Silverbacks Park in Atlanta, Georgia. Referee making sure we're ready to go, and this championship matchup is underway. Tuisila to get us going. Tuisila hangs a high one. He's got a great boot, slippery runner. Smart player, keep an eye on him. A knock on by Blue by the Southeast Bears. The first scrum will go to New England Red. And Tim, their scrum has been a big part of their game.
Outside the 22.
Yeah, they've got some big boys up front, 270 pounds. Bakagu, number 3 there. They've got a tremendous engine room. But on the outside, that's the strategy we're going to see here from the Bears. Tuisila loves to just boot it all the way down the pitch, try to pin you in deep. Tried again that time, but let's see if the Reds can find a way out.
John Tuwala, the Brown University scrum half, taking charge of that role for this Red team. Red trying to draw the early penalty, trying to set that dominance. That's what they do. Pierre Constantine tells the Independence Red, Tuwala, they have to use that ball. So they sneak forward. Ethan Knight, the captain, takes it into contact. Tuwala has runners coming quick and a little bit of power there. Good work by Jordan Chappell. He has been a blast to watch in his first 2. Here come Independent Red. Early surge here, getting some momentum against the Southeast Bears team. That's where you want to set the stage here. It's gone back, however. It ends up in Southeast Bears' hands. So little mistake after some good work there by Independent Red. Hands the ball over, and Landon Wilson has it. That's a 22 of Independent Red that you see there as they come across. Tuisila is going to move that one wide quick.
Okay, no hands, Red.
Into the pass from Charlie Dwyer. It's been tackled there. Ball still to the Southeast Bears. Strong defense from Independent Red. They've been flying off the line so far this weekend. Going to come down the right-hand side. A little chip through. Doesn't quite make it. Diving back on the ball are the Southeast Bears. Is it going to get turned over? It is indeed. And it is Tanya Radzwa Takayandisa is going to take that one away. The St. Bonaventure University junior.
Yeah, good job just being there right in the position he needed to be able to snag that ball, get his hands on it before the ruck is formed. Great work to be able to cause the turnover. And it's that tenacity that they're really going to need here against the Southeast Bears team.
Okay.
Couple little bobbles back and forth there, Tim, but it winds up here in the hands of Blue and Red. That's Hamish Yeldon to put this one in. He is a grad student at
but there's another one. Hold it.
Referee Constantine holding something, make sure everything's good to go here.
Come on.
Time is back on. 2.5 minutes into this one. No score, of course. New England Independent Red looking for good positive offense here. Referee.
Not straight.
Gonna whistle that one up. When there's been players contesting, they have been very strict on this. Ball coming straight in to the lineouts this weekend, Tim.
Yeah, the thing you always got to look for is where is that player catching it kind of towards his head. If he's catching it on the outside of his head, it's going to be an easy call for the referee. That one was close. Had it up over his head, but it was just slightly off target. Good spot. I think the AR helping out a little bit in that one as well. So good work from our team of 3 who've been working hard all weekend and have gotten the nod here in the championship.
Yeah, they have been good refereeing. They are refereeing by the laws. Just, I think, as a commentator, I just want to see them play rugby. So getting to the set piece is not always, the excitement that I'm looking for personally. But they are abiding by the laws. Referees doing a great job this weekend. The whole referee team led by Dave Haynes. There's a big cut up the middle. What work there? That's River Hansen. Keep an eye on Hansen. He can punch those holes. But right away, there was a knock on in there. Sorry, Landon Starnes, that was. But River Hansen got my stuff wrong there. Just seeing where he's going to school. Duke. Ball comes across here. Tuala with New England Independent Red. Told so many teams this weekend, Tim, we sometimes get a little mixed up on where they're from. So we know the names here. Tuala. We know these players. They have been fantastic for their home clubs playing this All-Star tournament. Ball knocked on there by the Southeast pair, so knock-on advantage here. Maybe not anybody home in the back there as they move the ball a little wider. It's Basuku, grad student at Dartmouth. He is a powerful human being. Tuala finds a runner. Little quick ball out wide there in that first receiver position. It's been Bobby Both. Out of Boston College, went to St. Ignatius High School, one of the top rugby high schools in the country. Talented player, trying to get to the ground here, our Independent Red, and they do. Tuala again, here they come, Voth. Takes that first receiver ball, worked it in, player's caught. That's Basuku again, he's going to be able to keep his feet. Tuala gets it quick, has some runners, look at the move there from Eric Estienne. Eric Estienne, powerful runner, born in Russia, went to school in England, actually a running back in the college football.
You're going on the floor before getting football.
In American football in England. Big run there, and penalty now against the Bears.
Yeah, it'll be Ethan Knight stepping to the line here to try and bang this one through. But a great bit of work. We saw the kick, just trying to bring a little bit of pressure on this Southeast Bears team, and they did so to perfection. It was knocked forward. They collected it, stayed on the front foot, pushed their way in line here to be able to have the first 3 points up on the board and strike quickly here in the championship match.
I'm good, sorry.
Kick to come here would be first points on the board. Games come to this. They're not always looking to run. Look at River Hansen there, the Duke University player who had that incredible break just a couple minutes ago. 6 minutes gone. Ethan Knight looking to put this one up in the air. Knight, another Dartmouth College player, played for Harlequins U18 in England before coming to the States. Plays some rugby, that one's good. 3-0 to Independent Red.
Yeah, Knight's been tremendous all weekend long with the boot. So you get into that space right there, go ahead and cash in for the 3 points. You see the congratulations back and forth, smack on the back of the head of Eric Estienne there, who had a tremendous run. The Brown freshman set them up in great position.
Underway again, Tui Sila likes to go long and try to keep teams inside their 22. Plays that territorial game. Estienne right there in the back. Tuala waiting for people to come up. Jordan Chappell was waiting for it, but they're going to push it back. Nice long kick is not going to find touchback here, so it's going to come across from Charlie Dwyer. Dwyer's going to get it to Tui Sila. Tui Sila spots that 50-22. Will it roll? Taken back in by Ethan Knight. What a move. Has a little step there. He's caught up in some traffic. Able to keep that ball alive. Good work. Both plays scrum half as well. Able to step into that role and does.
Okay, last feet pushes back.
Take that one to the ground. Studying globalization from Queens, New York.
Stop here. You get 12. It's gone. 12 is outside.
Is going to move that one out. Tui Sila has it again. In the back again is Dwyer. Playing a little kick Tennessee's teams. So they're going to play the territory game and put Independence Red outside of their 22.
Line up for Red.
Yeah, that's what we've seen from the Bears all weekend long. They've got a couple of great kickers back there. We saw Tui Sila almost had that 50-22 a second ago, but he is always going to be looking for it. Anytime he gets that ball back in the center of the pitch, got to keep an eye on your edges. Those back three for the Reds are going to have to be aware at all times.
Ball coming in here for Independent Red. They go to the front. That one definitely to the center of the line. But the ball slips, has gone backwards, kicked forward by Keenan Camp.
around the neck here.
Player penalty against Independent Red this time.
The clear's around the neck. That's what's clear.
High clear off around the neck there. Gonna go for points, try to match us up, Tim.
Yeah, I like the strategy here. Keep this one close and give it to that man right there, Tuisila, who has been tremendous. No tries on the weekend, but boy, has he delivered for everybody else, splitting it out every which way and really controlling the game from that fly half position. And he has been the reason that they've been able to progress this far. They're going to rely on him. He was injured a little bit in that final match yesterday, but great to see him back out here in good form. An opportunity to tie this one back up.
Sophomore at Belmont Abbey strikes this one. Assistant referees are happy. We are tied at 3 here in Atlanta. National Collegiate Rugby's All-Star Championship match here. Great work, Great Lakes Thunderbirds number 3. Western Bison number 4, who is going to come out on top here. We're all tied up, 9.5 minutes gone.
Yeah, great effort that time. Again, they were able to get their way down the pitch using the boot, just trying to pin him back. There's a little bit of a breeze out here in Georgia today, but not too bad, blowing a little left to right. So with that win at their backs, I think you might see even more so maybe the Bears using the boot.
Philemoni Manu, the American International College player, gets us going again. It is taken down right off their restart. Tuala has some runners. He gets it out there to Chappell. Chappell gets it away to Basuku. He gets by the first. He takes 2 or 3 more to get him to the ground. Fighting for the ball of the Southeast Bears. Referee telling them to release, and they do. Ball out here. Back in the hands of Chappell. Tuala moves it again.
Okay, roll
hard take there by Charles Beanie, the Northeast University player from Greenwich High School. Tuala takes that one a little bit himself, moving forward, gets the ball out there to Bobby Voth. Voth gets it to the wing. They're going to keep this one back in. Good cover defense coming out there from this Southeast Bears team. Taka Indisa takes this one, and he makes a surging run. Ball's going to come clean here for Tuala. We have an advantage for that player being offside. Good work by Tuala to make that kind of obvious. Philemoni Manu gets it wide. Estienne gets the ball out there. Steps out, steps back in. First try of the game is coming, and it is Bobby Walker going to touch that one down. Northeast University senior Bobby Walker. Try on the board. 5 points there at 8. Kick to come.
They see the advantage coming, but they did not need it. Manu with the skip pass finds his target on the outside. Good job cutting in a little bit there from Estienne, leaving a little bit more of a channel on the outside. And then the squeaky Bobby Walker slides through that one defender and takes it the distance for the try. A quick response here for the New England Reds. And just what they needed to get back into this match, get back on top, where they have sat in that driver's seat position all weekend through this tournament.
Independent just going to turn it on there, and they did. Had a penalty advantage, didn't need it. So pick to come here from them. Ethan Knight has been pretty strong off the boot, as Tim has mentioned already. Ethan Knight to add to this one. Nicely struck there. Assistant referee seemed pretty happy. 2 points on the board more. They're at 10 to 3.
Great work there on the outside. Remember, we saw Manu with it. He's the team's leading try scorer with 2 on the weekend. He kind of sucks in the defense. That beautiful skip pass just hit its target to perfection. Great work on the outside again. Estienne, we've seen him a couple of times, the freshman, getting it done on the outside as well now, John.
They are. Estienne, told he's a running back. It's a pretty interesting combination there. When he gets speed going, he is talented. This is Estienne right there, hanging out with Jordan Chappell. But it's going to be a kick here from the Independents. Move that down. It's going to be a Southeast Bears line out at about 45 meters out from this Reds line.
Okay, let's use the red one. Red line, please.
And we'll see what they can do from this spot. Again, down by 5. They had the response early. that they needed to tie it back up. Let's see if they've got another trick up the sleeve.
Ball up, well taken there by the Bears. Going to get it in the middle of the field from Zach O'Reilly. Big run coming there from Henry Shepard. Looks to put that one back, but it winds up in the hands of Philemoni Manu. He had just a little bit of room. You could have seen some magic, but well marshaled by the scrambling defense from offense for the Southeast Bears. Tuala moves it. Voth moves it behind a couple of runners there. Around the outside they come. Here is this deadly left-hand side. Here is the try score. Big run coming there. That's Bobby Walker. Spills the ball. Did it spill forward?
Knocked by Red first.
Knocked down by Red, says referee Constantine. So scrum here for the Bears, Tim.
Yeah, just see how quickly Bobby Walker can explode down the sideline. And as he tried to slide that one back, he just kind of left it forward a little bit. They had numbers still coming behind him in support as well, so unfortunate stuff. But now it's the Bears that need to go 75 meters here to be able to respond.
Trying to withhold the pressure that's inevitably going to come from this red scrum, the Independents as well. The Bears, I'm sure, would have discussed this. And they're really working to get good, stable ball here. Do them a lot of favors if they do. Ball comes in, big drive coming in from Red. But well done, Bears. Holding a strong scrum back there. Ball comes, O'Reilly, not sure what to do with it. It fills, but it says it went back. Tuisila has it in traffic. Tuisila slides through a couple of defenders there.
Leave it.
Back still with the Bears. Morrison's going to step into that distributor role. Big old Jake Morrison, 6'7", 280. Ball from O'Reilly now. Not gaining ground on that surge. Ball out a little wider. Gonna look to Tuisila for the cross kick. Taken down well by Landon Starnes.
Step back. Thank you.
Ball not out. Referee telling the players from Independent Red that they have to stay home. Gets the ball up to Gelton Heiss. He is hit behind the line.
Stop. One move. Stop.
Go back a little further to Tuisila. The ball was passed back into the 50.
Keep the mark of the kick, please.
That one is going to blast out of the back of the try zone. The scrum will come all the way back.
The kick or 22. Jordan. Scrum of the kick.
Yeah, had the option there. John chose the right one there where the kick was taken. They'll have the scrum down instead of the 22-meter line. Gives himself a little bit more breathing room. And as you mentioned, when they've got the shove that they have there in the scrums, it's always the right choice. Great work here on the near side.
I give you the short side, please.
Taki Ndisa has been a force there in the prop. You really see him starting to wrench on the boys in blue and getting that drive moving behind him.
5'11", 221, good size fella. Taka Ndisa, Asuku on the other side. Yelled him in the middle there. Ball going to come in. You're right, I didn't even consider them taking the 22 drop on that one. But well held by Southeast right there, holding their own. So drive that ball straight forward.
Stay there, Sardine, stay there.
Player on the ground. Referee says everything's good though. They go in behind. Both has to show the ball and take it himself. Both. Tuala gets it to Estienne. Estienne into contact.
Roll away blue now. One blue, 5 blue, sorry.
Tuala, a little slower ball this time. And be able to move that one forward. Taka Ndisa, the second person, in and over that one. Ball comes to Ethan Knight. Tried to slip that one in, but it went to the Southeast Bears. Going to come back. It might have been forward pass, back and forth. We'll see. It's going to be a Southeast Bears scrum.
Scrum down.
Yeah, I'm not too sure why they didn't play a little bit of advantage there. They were able to pull that one out the back, but either way, it'll be the Bears put into the scrum. Over midway through this match, John, they've fought hard, but so far they just haven't really been able to have enough ball in hand to really pin themselves back in the Reds' half of the pitch, and that's really what we've seen throughout this tournament. They have great defensive line, they've got a great kicker, and that has kind of been the strategy to pin the other team back, but too much athleticism and a couple of too many mistakes from the Bears have them pinned in their own end still.
Here's the first big drive coming from the Reds. And are they going to get it? Going to be just reset. Ref said it just went round.
Buys anything special on the other side, I should come. I come.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot in that one.
Okay, guys.
Started to shift a bit. Not usually they'll reset that one so late into it, but
Thank you.
just making sure things are nice and safe inside the scrum as always. Reset for one more.
Bears holding a good steady scrum here. Doing a great job in that area. Ball squirts out the back this time. They're going to get it to Tuisila. He's going to chip it over. Looking for that space in behind, but taken down by Ethan Knight. Moved quickly by Red. They've got the ball in the hands of the try scorer, Walker, but he's going to be able to take this one in this time. Had to do the work. Kept his feet there. Chappell out the back to Voth. Voth goes around to Filimoni Manu. Filimoni Manu shows. Filimoni Manu goes. He is something else. He gets the ball to the wing. They are streaming down this right-hand side. Getting away from the tackle is Patrick McMahon. Patrick McMahon, one of the Boston College players team. Ball goes to Estienne.
Offset position of knock on. You good with that?
Knocked forward to one of his teammates. So a mistake there. It's going to be a penalty against the Southeast Bears. But good ball work. And you see the potential of Filimoni Manu.
Yeah, just a little too hot to handle there for Estienne. Lost it forward and then scooped up by a player who was in front of him. So offsides of the call. They'll get sent back 10 and give Tuisila an opportunity to bang one back down the pitch and maybe set up something special here for him. 10 minutes in. Really impressive job so far from the Reds, who again looking to make it 2 in a row here in the NCR All-Star Challenge.
Kick doesn't gain too much ground, so it's Southeast ball outside of their own 40. Ball sails over the top. Taken down by Yeldum. Tuala has some runners, looks to find in the middle of the field there, Beanie.
The pass is forward over
Sorry,
there.
it was Tony Zhao, pardon me.
Knock on by Red. Scrum down.
Zhao just couldn't handle the hot ball there. So we're going to have a scrum to the Southeast Bears.
Yeah, it looked like the Bears might have a little space there on the outside to be able to play through that advantage, but I think that pass went a little bit forward. So we'll come back here to the scrum, where I really think they've held themselves up pretty well. They go 250, 225, 250 across the front and might have even a little bit more weight than the Reds do, but boy, the technique of the Reds has been superior here to start.
Yeah, I'm impressed how the Bears are holding on to this one. As the ball comes to the back there to balance his feet, they go through the middle. They're able to find some of these holes once you get going. These silly little passes just not exactly happening. Bobby Walker gets it one off to Estienne. Estienne gets through that first tackle and then is hit pretty hard. Good work there by the Bears. But now it's in Basuku's hands. Little tip pass. Trying to move that one forward. Driving on the way on. That's Jai Guru taking that one in. Guru, another AIC player on this team. Look at Basuku. Basuku is driving across the 40-meter line. He has River Hansen hanging on to him, but he gets to the ground. Good work by Hansen to slow the big fella down. Comes across to Voth. Voth gets it out to Ethan Knight. Ethan Knight doesn't see the space on the outside, so has to get that one to ground. Good work to get that one set up. Taka Indisa has that one. Tony Zhao on his shoulder here. Tuala gets it out to Basuku. Basuku seems to have a never-ending motor for a fella his size that loves to carry. Tuala looking for that space. It doesn't materialize. Player from the Southeast Bears in and over that once. They have an advantage. Both steps into that distributor role. He knows so well. They move it out to that right-hand side tonight. They still have the advantage. Manu, Filimoni Manu, takes a big hit on his right step infield. Gets it to McMahon.
Push it. Yeah, you're good there.
Tuala. Voth. Puts a big one up to Chappell. We haven't seen Chappell in full flight. Scored a couple of tries yesterday, Chappell, as the ball comes up to Jayat Guru. Guru takes it into contact again. Ethan Knight in that first receiver role. Southeast Bears in and over quick. We're going to come back to a penalty here.
Close, on the same mark. Good. Thank you.
No advantage gain, so we're going to come back to the penalty here, Tim.
You are fit, still playing the ball. I need you to release them.
Yeah, just went in for that poach, did Zach O'Reilly. But as he did, just kind of hopped on top of the pile Off his feet is the call. Easy one there for the referee. Still in discussion about it. But in the end, they'll get sent back 10. It looks like the Reds looking to cash in already 1 for 1 on the penalty kicks, 2 for 2 total. Look to stay perfect here. Slot this one through and give them a 10-point lead would be huge as we approach about 6 minutes or so after this kick's taken.
First half going by relatively well. Exciting matchup here. What you would want out of the championship matchup. Pretty straightforward here for Ethan Knight. Sun is at his back late in the afternoon here in Atlanta. Strikes that one well, hits it, so we're at 13-3. It's a 10-point game. 6 minutes to go in the half, as Tim said. Work to do here for the Bears before halftime, Tim. Thank you.
Yeah, I would fully expect to see a kick deep here from Tuisila as they will try to pin them back deep. Have not seen them going to try and get those at the 10-meter line too often this weekend. As we see here on the outside, Smith-Stevens looks to turn on the Jets and come all the way down and put some pressure on them in their own end.
Little show of the ball and going to take it forward as Ethan Knight. So he gained some ground. They have some runners here. Again, they have the dummy runners. They're going to go to the back there to Vogt. Vogt is going to put that ball down. Not going to find touch. It's going to bounce, but bounce somewhat awkwardly here as the Southeast Bears move that across. Tuisila spots the space in behind and gets it up. McMahon takes it pretty calm. Steps one. McMahon is off to the races. Here goes McMahon. McMahon at the touchline and just inside his own half. Ball comes back here to Tuala. Good movement here for the Reds. Good opportunity. Asuku takes that one in and
You're good. Don't move.
back safely as usual. Tuala, Southeast Bears getting their defense sorted. Out the back there from Jordan Chapel. Driving forward again. They're just inside their own half. Big runners. Jordan Chapel. Jordan Chapel bounces off one. Works his way around. Tuala takes it. Tuala hands that one off. Good work there, Tuala. Tataka Indisa just to manipulate that little bit of space. Tony Zhao takes the ground, puts it in the hands of Jayaguru. Tony Zhao went to Belmont High School in Massachusetts, playing at Brown University. Voth gets it to Philemoni Manu. Manu looks at one, goes the other way. Manu gets inside the 22. The Bears are in and over that one. Can they strip it? They cannot. Runners out to the right here. Where are they going to go? Ethan Knight knows where he's going to go. Towards the try line, pops it up, gets it in the hands of Hamish Yeldum. And Hamish Yeldum from London, England, playing at Dartmouth, is going to touch it down. Another 5 points for the Independence, Tim. They are looking like they are coming together well.
Yeah, that's another try up on the board. Great work, Manu. Thought about going outside, but they don't give it to him. They slam that door shut, but another one opens up the gut. And then the final spin out here. Ethan Knight swims past one would-be tackler, takes the contact with the beautiful offload, and Yeldum strolls in for the try out of Dartmouth. 6 foot 220, plenty of strength and speed there to get through for the try. And John, they are really starting to get things clicking now. 15 unanswered points as we were knotted up 3-3 first 4 or 5 minutes.
The Knight lines this one up. Just inside the 15 there. Knight slot that one just inside the right post. Another 2 points here, so 20-3. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half, Tim.
Yeah, Knight's been extremely impressive. Had the try with the assist there. 4 for 4 on the day. And he has been excellent with that boot. Special thanks to everybody in the crowd hanging out and watching here from Silverbacks Park.
Ball down to Independence. Tuisila still kicking it into that 22 area. Taka Indisa winds up with a bobbled ball, but takes it forward. Tuala has runners. Suku comes in, fill out both end there so they can go for this Box kick, high contestable ball.
By red, right?
Who's going to come down? It's going to go back to the Bears, into the hands of Hanson. It's a scrum advantage here to the Bears. Bears need points. Minute and a half left in this half. Before halftime is when they need them. Coming across, looking strong there. Great pass. Wyckoff lines up with it. Can Red rip this one away? Jai Gudu is in, trying to separate there. Cannot. It's going to come back. Zach O'Reilly going to pass that ball away. O'Reilly, University of Tennessee. Scrum half. As they get it to Tuisila. Tuisila tries to slip through a gap that closes on him.
Okay, no hands red.
Big Jake Morrison up that left-hand side. Still rolling forward here. A minute on the first half clock. Tuisila has to put that one in a little further. Hanson looking for the run on his own, but the Duke University player gets taken down. Offside, however, against Independence Red. So there will be a penalty here if nothing materializes for the Southeast Bears.
Sorry. Okay.
Bears coached by Troy Hall, Edward Dixon, and Nathan Williams. They go for the kick. We'll come back to the penalty.
We're here. Okay.
Did I just buy a drop goal attempt there, John? I love it. They're out the back from Tuisila. I think it was charged down a little bit, but great effort trying to go for the 3. But they'll get sent back 10 after you mentioned a little too aggressive. Offside's the call. We'll see what Tuisila decides to do. They need more points. The 3 won't do, so they'll go for the kick to touch and try to drive this one home.
As we hit the 30-minute mark, it's going to be a line out a few meters out from Independent Red line. This is last play of the game. Unless another penalty comes. Tuisila having a conversation about what he wants.
Watch it. Yeah, take one step out. You're good. Thank you. 6 goals.
Referee Pierre Constantine making sure the spacing is right. Independence Red are going to put someone up. It's going to come down to the Bear. Do they go for the maul? They do. The drive is positive, heading in the right direction. Pushing it just across field a little bit are Independent Red, but they are in and they are over. That's 5 points. Well needed, well deserved for Noah Ainsworth, Clemson University player.
Boy, you see Tuisila jarring at his players, congratulating them, trying to keep them fired up because they need more here in this match. But this is a great start for them. Off the back, that's Ainsworth with the pretty throw, collects it in the back, drives forward for their first try. Boy, did they need that. A celebration here, but they've got plenty still to do in the second half.
They certainly do, but that helps right there going in a halftime, a little bit of energy, so they are at 8 right now. This would cut the lead in half. If they can hit this pretty straightforward here for Tuisila.
30 seconds.
Tuisila and dunk.
It seemed like a simple one there, but that was a solid kick for Tuisila to be able to find touch, and they cashed in with ease.
Tuisila pushes this one, and it is no good. So 20-8 is going to be halftime. Independence Red lead the Southeast Bears. We'll be back with championship second half in just a moment.
Better second half for us. I'm happy that the last one was just outside on the white side, on the white part, by number 3. The blue word is not that good.
Consistency on 3. 1, 2, 3. Consistency on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Atlanta, Georgia. Beautiful look at the pines here as we get ready for the second half at Silverbacks Park. National Collegiate Rugby All-Stars. Men's National Shield Challenge 2026, 20-8. New England Independence Red lead the Southeast Bears. John Broker here with Tim Wilkes. Late score. Got a little bit of room there for the Southeast Bears team to come back in. Very strong showing from the Reds, Tim. This should be an interesting second half. Southeast Bears are going to have to pour it on.
Yeah, with strong work off the restart, they kicked it deep, and they were able to keep things back in that end. Great work to be able to come away with it. Had the penalty, and then drove it home off the back of the driving maul. But not quite enough to fully get back into this one. They still got plenty of work to do. An excellent start here in the first half. Ethan Knight with a couple of conversions, couple of penalty kicks, and a try to his name. He has been outstanding in the first half.
Is it good? Is it good?
Philemoni Manu will get us started. Philemoni Manu, standout player from AIC. Went to Lahaina Luna High School. Studying sports management. Already been an All-American. Seen him play and called him many times. Certainly a fun player to watch, as a lot of these players are. He puts that one a little high and a little long, right at the 22 for the Southeast Bears. So they're going to have to work out of their own zone. We'll see what the messages were at halftime, how the teams kind of change how they're playing. Southeast Bears in the score depths right now by 12 points. So 2 converted tries needed. Good work. If they can just keep chipping away with Ethan Knight's boot, it'll work well for Independence Red. But that bounce comes up for the Bears. Couldn't have planned that any better. As the ball comes back to Tuisila. Tuisila goes wide right away. Get the ball out to Charlie Dwyer. Ball goes out and wide. Running at it is McMahon. Thinking about going quick, but going to hold that one off. So it's going to be a line out here off a mistake, trying to go wide from the Southeast Bears. Independence Red, first attacking opportunity just inside the Bears half, Tim.
Yeah, and that is the potent play that we've seen from Tuisila all weekend long. Just drove that one up from inside his own 22, but found that gap in the defense and allowed them to keep pressing on. They're going to keep needing him to be at this all-star level.
Little bobble there. Ball winds up in Seth Valence's hands for the Bears. Gets to Tuisila, but that one is blocked. Eric Estienne does the job. In the hands of Charlie Dwyer, and he's got room. Charlie Dwyer, defense closing down on him. Has to go to the ground, but players coming in and over there. Trying to secure that one. So 22-22, the Southeast Bears now on the attack. Independence Red have to come back and scramble their defense. Ainsworth, the try scorer, goes to the ground. Ball still alive. O'Reilly moves it out. Gets it into the hand of Landon Wilson. Wilson hit hard.
Thank you.
Players rolling away there. That's Taka Indisa as they get back to Tuisila. Tuisila comes back to Wyckoff. Wyckoff finds some space. And right there you see Max Wyckoff from Xavier High School in New York. Now at Clemson University as an engineering major. He was on the USA U18 team and touches down right there for the Southeast Bears. Good start 2 minutes in for the Southeast team, Tim.
Yeah, you see here the orchestrator of this offense, Tuisila, brings it off there to Wyckoff, and Wyckoff just sheds that one tackler. He was always going straight forward. The defense thought it was coming out to the outside, but Wyckoff with enough power to bust through and get another try on the board. John, we had seen so many unanswered points, with 17 unanswered points for the Reds there in the first half. A great job to be able to possibly put up a 12 in a row here for the Southeast Bears. Again, all coming off of the boot of that man right there, Tuisila. Off the boot, flinging it around. As I'd mentioned, orchestrating this offense to perfection. Has to rush it.
Yeah, make sure you have your guys ready.
This is a wide again. That's tough, Tim. Now they're down by 7, so a converted try just ties it up. There's Wyckoff. He's a freshman out of Manhattan, New York City.
Yeah, unlucky stuff there for Tuisila, who again had to rush. I understand you're trying to take the time as much as he possibly can. As a forward back in the day myself, I fully appreciate the extra energy boost there, but tough to make that kick. He didn't get his full stride, pinked it off to the right.
Taka Indisa, the prop, comes down and puts the pressure on there, so they have to go to a kick. Going to keep this in field, look for that bounce again. Not getting the fortuitous bounce they got last time, but ball in the hands of New England Red. New England Red now, a little more pressure on them. They're just up by 7. Going to need some points. They can chip away with that boot, as they said. They'd be okay. Taka Indisa gets it to Jayaguru. Jayaguru sets it back nicely. Tuala takes it quick and finds a little space around the side, but spills it forward into the hands of River Hansen. River Hansen, knock-on advantage here. Will come to that knock-on advantage for the Southeast Bears. Little bobble from Tuala winds up in the good fortune of the Bears.
That's what we've seen throughout the weekend. The defense has been huge for the Bears, only giving up no more than 14 points in their first 2 matches, facing a different level of competition almost here in the Independence Reds. They're starting to kind of get into their game plan here, the kicks, the defense, causing some mistakes on the opposite end as well.
Set!
Referee Constantine brings the teams together yet again. Pressure coming in from New England Independent Red. Penalty against Southeast Bears. Pardon me, it might be a penalty against New England.
Yeah, in the throes of the match, sometimes get a little turned around there, but he points to the correct team here. The penalty earned in the scrum. Coming into this one, the Reds so confident in their scrum, but the big boys for the Bears truly getting it done here in the second half.
Southeast launch that one downfield. Not as much distance as they might have wanted exactly. As the ball rolls, definitely a mistake out the back. All the way back, our Independent Red.
Yeah, just do this up.
Unfortunate stuff. Real first error that we've seen from Tuisila. They will need perfection out of him as a few players. Substitutions come in. See if that gives the Reds a bit of a burst here in the second half. As again, it's been 10 unanswered points for the Bears. The 2 tries, one before half and one just after halftime, have them in striking distance yet again.
On the red one, you said, Curtis. Thank you, perfect.
Ball to come in here for Independence.
Come down for red.
Red.
Why did you want to take that side?
6 minutes gone in the second half. Try to the Bears.
Okay.
Red have made a couple of changes in the forward, and Goey is in for both. Fly half position. Tuala maintains that scrum half spot.
Set!
Referee brings the teams together. Last penalty of the scrum here was on Independent Red. Not getting the drive forward they have against some other teams, but still put the pressure on. Tuala gets it across. Bounces, doesn't quite go as smoothly as they would like it to, I am sure. As the ball gets moved out into the hands of Richard Wofford. Wofford, very big center, takes it in, but it's ripped away there by Hanson. We're going to come back for a penalty against Southeast Bears. It's been taken there illegally. Didn't release, as you hear the referee saying under my voice. So penalty here for Independent Red. We'll see what their decision is.
Yeah, River Hansen got aggressive with that one at the back of the ruck, reached down for it. I wasn't sure if contact was made with him, but referee said the ruck was formed, hands in the ruck, and so now they're going to have their backs against the wall now. A few minutes into this match, but it's going to take a big defensive stand just outside their 22-meter line to repel the Reds, who are looking to get things cranking here in the second half.
Reds come down with it. Bears trying to rip that one away. That ball's up in the air. Not sure if that was all done legally, but it comes down. It'll be a scrum to Southeast, I believe. Well, helped by teams there, so tough for the referee to make that call, but it's going to be a Bears scrum. Well done by the Southeast to rip that one away.
Yeah, Neil Geldenhuis, big number 6, was able to get his paws on it as soon as it was coming down, and that's the important thing. As they're coming back down, you try to get that ball as soon as the feet hit. He was quick with the hands, secured possession. They had a couple players with their hands on it and got themselves the penalty here. Excuse me, it's just going to be the scrum down as they were able to hold firm in that maul, unable to get it out and have that one playable were the Reds. So a big-time steal for the Bears, as they have really been pouring it on here the last 15 minutes or so of action.
Bears know what they have to do and trying to get that done. Tim very well said. That ball comes, pressure coming in from Independence Red, but holding steady as usual. Ball comes out. They were looking for that little move to free up River Hansen. It winds up getting driven back by the Independent Red defense. So ball to Zach O'Reilly, looking to punch some holes. They're just outside their 22. They have to be careful. Ball ripped away by Red. That is Jack Roble in the game. Jack Roble gets it done right there. Exeter High School, University of Vermont. He's a senior mechanical engineering major, and he has come on strong here on the field just for a couple minutes. Tim, they're going to chip away at the points.
Yeah, shows just, the gray area there on the back of the rucks. You just got to wait until show a good release, rip it out of there before that ruck arrives. He did so beautifully that time, earned his team the possession, and back and forth there at the 22-meter line. In the end, it's the Reds that are going to have this opportunity to finally get back on the board. Again, an excellent first half, but we just haven't seen much out of them offensively here in the first 10 minutes of the second.
Kick here from Knight. And it is good. He has been steady with all of that. Another 3 points brings it to a 10-point lead. Phenomenally done there by the Reds just to keep that scoreboard ticking over.
Yeah, Knight's now 5 for 5 on the day with the boot. He's been tremendous, has an assist and a try as well. Continues to pour it on. See if the Bears have a response.
Inside the 22.
They put it deep as usual, the Bears, and it's just going to be kicked back for territory. You see the Reds bench to the left there. Coach is happy about that. Coached by Dave LaFlamme from Brown, Val Sumption from Dartmouth, Ed Turbity at Northeastern, I believe. Manager James Simpson Lazat for Independent Red. So the throw-in's going to be to the Southeast Bears. Just gave themselves some breathing room. They're just inside the New England Independent Red half. They go up, but it's taken away there in the game is Anton Schmidt. Anton Schmidt wearing number 12, a replacement. Tuala. They come, they go out back. Here is Philemoni Manu off the boot. Gets the ball up to one of the big boys, but it comes across into the hands quickly of Charlie Dwyer. Dwyer has been smart with his positional kicking as he is right here. As they come back on it, Estienne gets it to Knight. Knight coming up this left-hand side.
No hands, move, no hands! I need him to go away.
Ball in there
Outside the 22.
for Independent Red.
With your
Voila.
foot, please, 9. With your foot.
They're at their 22. Look for
Thank you.
positional play here. Tuwala going to go for the kick. Look at those players. We're starting to stray off sides. Keeps that one contestable. But Dwyer's not there for it. So a little chip back again from Dwyer. Did Dwyer overcook that one or did it roll out? Right on that side, they're saying it rolled out. It's a 50-22. So ball here to the Southeast Bears. What a kick there from Dwyer.
On the blue line, please.
Yeah, you mentioned it. He's been steady with those boots, playing in that back position.
Thank you.
They were able to sling it back to him through the center. Tuisila found his target, and that kick was perfect. A nice little pass, or kick to the outside, weighted perfectly and sets them up in an excellent position. Down by 10, they need to strike quick.
No, that's the receiver. Take a step out, please. He's out of the line. He's not number 6.
Southeast Bears thought they were illegally marked there, but they're going to come down with this ball. Try to drive it forward. It goes to the ground. It slips forward on the ground. So scrum here between New England and Independent Red. Good work for them. 13 minutes gone in this second half. It's going to be a scrum to the Independents.
Hey. How many of you want to be captain?
Yeah, but if you're the Bears, you're happy where you're at. You've got the position that you want. You've got them pinned inside their own 22. The Reds have been excellent with their exit strategies throughout the day, though. It's going to take an intense one here. It's the back line. We see Manu starting to see what they can produce here from the back line. Magoe
Inside the 22.
will orchestrate this one from that fly half spot.
Set!
Magoe into the game. Got a little rest at the beginning of this one. Both did the honors, driving forward. A penalty this time against the Bears. You can see the excitement on the Independence Red players.
Yeah, much needed effort that time. Good shove, but they were pushing a little bit to the outside were the Bears, and so the Reds are able to prevail there and get the exit they were looking for. Doesn't quite push it into opposition territory, but they'll be happy with that. Been an excellent match again so far for Ethan Knight. 15 minutes left to go, John. It's starting to get a little bit tight here. The Bears have to strike here pretty quick, but they're going to have to come away with some sort of steal. They've got a tremendous height advantage in the line out. Let's see if they can come away with something.
They took a little slow that time. Didn't quite happen the way they wanted. So Suku has it going forward. He's going to get to the ground. Gelton Heights tries to rip that away, but can't quite get to it. Came back to the Bears side for a second, maybe illegally. Jordan Chappell had some great runs yesterday, but he's perfectly happy just running those hard yards as the ball comes in the middle of the field. Popped up over the top there to Philemoni Manu. Manu and Hansen. Hansen coming after him, but ball comes to Estienne. Estienne, Hansen again has to come in and make the tackle, doing a lot of defensive work. Here's the Duke University player. Taka Ndisa is going to take a few people with him and take some stopping. But doesn't release as a player was ripping it away there from Southeast. Was he part of the tackle? Very hard to tell sometimes. But anyway, the penalty is going to come to the Southeast Bears. And Tuisila, who we haven't said his name in a couple of minutes, which is unusual, Tim, is going to kick this one downfield.
Yeah, it was Gelton Heiss, I think, that was able to kind of get his hands on it. A couple blue jerseys there at the back of the ruck. They did an excellent job to mess around with it and get their team back in possession. Kind of back and forth, really stagnant here a little bit in the second half. Only one try up on the board here in the first 15 minutes.
One step out, Red, one step out, thank you.
Teams understanding how the other team is going to play, so certainly going for it there. Ball goes back to Keenan Camp. And Camp takes it in. Little pick and go. Choosing the power game at the 22. It's a long way to go with this kind of game to get to the try line as Independent Red trying to force the issue here. Ball is going to come back to blue, but it's been slowed down. So going off to that right-hand side there is Morrison. Ball has to come back. Now they're going in the middle of Hanson. Hanson's going to hit it hard, but he's going to get shut down.
Last for there.
Looking for it again. Ball comes a little slow to Valance. Bounces off. Knocked it forward, but it comes into Taka Ndisa's hands. So it's a knock-on advantage here. Tuwala finds some runners. They go wide quickly.
No advantage. Still go forward. I'm coming back on the.
Few runners down that channel. They don't keep the advantage going there, Tim. It's going to be a scrum here to the Independents.
Yeah, I think he just called a forward pass that time. So unfortunate stuff on the outside, as you mentioned. It looked like they had 4 or 5 red jerseys out there ready to streak down the sideline, but just spotted a forward pass, and that stifles it all. They'll have to get the engines cranking yet again.
Yeah, that's okay. That's the back, no? No, that's okay, guys. Let's do the scrum. It's the back. Let's go. Let's play.
Referee would like to play a bit of rugby. Telling the teams he wants the scrum to get going.
22. Set! Curtis, take those punches.
Trump Tuwala gets that one in. Chappell at the back. Now to this right-hand side, launching it downfield, getting some good distance. Well taken there by Dwyer, near the touchline, but coming across field. Long, rangy runner, can cover some ground. Going a bit sideways here. Schwab goes to take him down. Into the game is Matt Schwab. Brad Student at Brown.
Stop it. One blue stop here. When he's good, he's onside.
Back inside of the 22. Comes down to McGoey. The sun is in his eyes down there. It's a little tougher. As they put this kick away.
Keep retreating. Keep retreating.
Starts to drop down there. It's a little tough.
Sorry.
Referee gets people retreating. Dwyer has the ball again. He's been the setup man back here. They're at midfield. They've got a good wall of defense in front of them as Tui Sila looking for some room. Gets it out to Wyckoff, the try scorer. See what we are going to come back for. Looks like a penalty here against Basuku.
You're moving forward before getting onside. I need you to retrieve. I'm on a good mark.
11 minutes to go in this championship matchup. 10 points in it. Tuisila pointing towards the touchline. They're looking for another try.
Number 3 red. Offside.
Line out in the corner here.
Hey, even if you walk, I want you to proactively retrieve.
Strong kick there for Tui Sila. Maybe not quite the distance he was looking for, but this is where about the same area they were able to strike with that driving maul in the last one. Noah Ainsworth, a 6 foot, 225-pound hooker, has been tremendous. We'll see if he's able to get it off the back yet again.
Gonna have to drive this away, Independent Red, but a big surge again coming from this Southeast Bears team. Keenan Camp takes it, but he gets shut down. In and over that is Jordan Chappell, and he draws the penalty. What an important moment for Jordan Chappell and New England Independent Red. The Sunapee High School grad from Sunapee, New Hampshire, shuts that one down. Just tremendous work there. And it's a penalty here. They'll be able to clear their space with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, it was an excellent poach there, John, but I'm not too sure that he had a full release on it. He was right on top of it, part of the original tackle. But in the end, they're able to find a little bit of space, a little breathing room with the kick, and they'll have the line out as well to see if they can't push it down a little further.
Yeah, we saw Geldenhouse before on the other side. It could have been part of the tackle. It's such a hard, for anybody. It's just like a race to the ball. And it's tough to figure those out as the ball comes down to Basuku again. So they're little miscues in the lineouts all of a sudden. Independent Red may want to go just a more simple. Tuwala gets it to Chappell. Chappell right back into his duties as a carrier. Little show, they're coming around there. That was Knight. Knight gets the ball away to Eldom. Players from the Southeast Bears not releasing quick enough. That was pretty clear. So this is going to be a ball here for New England Independent Red. More opportunity to push it downfield. Knight steps up. You can see them squinting. As the sun goes down here, they do have the sun in their eyes, Independent Red.
2. Am I clear?
The shade on the field down here, they're probably happy to get to.
They have a good ball.
Yeah, the kick finds the touch they were looking there from Knight. As he slots another one out there. Maybe, again, not quite the distance. They're having to take it a few different opportunities with these penalty kicks to march their way down the pitch. But now with the line out, ready to strike again.
Ball up and down, well taken. It slips. To keep that one. Yeldum got it away, but it was knocked forward in there, or not straight. So we're going to go back, going to give him the option.
Not straight by Red.
Yeah, with 8 minutes left to play, John, it's getting critical now. 10-point lead for the Reds. The Bears have got to score quickly. Got to leave themselves a little bit of time to be able to mess around with it later. See if they can use this platform. Been really impressed again. They've got a ton of weight in this scrum, a bunch of height. Sometimes that can play against you a little bit. The form has been tremendous out of the Red squad.
Stop commenting everything.
But again, it's all up to the Bears. Do they have enough in the tank? 2 matches yesterday. Trying to finish off this tournament and come away with the victory and the championship. Or will it be the Reds? Haven't scored a try since the first half of action. Did they do enough to secure the lead?
No. Number 3. You're hinging in. No.
Penalty against Basuku for hinging in. So another opportunity here with 7 minutes to go. Tuisila going to push this downfield.
Yeah, we're seeing Basuku's praises earlier in the scrums as this one will find touch. Good to see the chasers there on the wings, always ready just in case. But this is what they do. They've pinned him in deep inside, or actually it's going to be just outside the 22-meter line there. Boy, after what we saw on that last one off the driving maul, it has been their best offensive production so far.
The front lifter or receiver has to respect it. They are on the white one. Let's use it now. Thank you.
The referee holds him and gets him going here in the middle of the lineup. They come. Here come the Southeast Bears. Plenty of time. Reaching over the top there is Roble trying to shut this down. It eventually collapses on its own, but comes up to Independent Red.
Red 4. Thank you.
Whatever the ref believes illegally so. Roble that time.
Number 4 Red, you're climbing over. You can go through, but you cannot
climbing through. Tried to go over the top that time, John. Illegally so. Good call from the referee. Another opportunity. They inch their way forward. Even better position now for the Bears. They can score quickly here. They'll still have 4 or 5 minutes left. No easy task against this tough Red squad.
The Reds have to keep their defense strong here. They hit that one. Shears off the back, looking for the try line. They're at it, but ball not there. Going for the pick and go. Is he there? Is he held up? Referee seems to think he is held up.
Time is off. Take a step back.
Confer with his assistant referee.
Yeah. Positioning there, John, was tough to see.
Because I'm confused with the blue line here. In any case, I have number 2 red, always, number 2 red, never on side tackling, so I have an advantage for blue in the worst case. You see grounding on the white line. Thank you. So it's a try for you, yes. Thank you.
So try is about to be awarded here to the Southeast Bears. This game is changing. The Bears pouring it on lately. Good work here off of this maul. They get that one to the ground. Kick to come.
Yeah, you heard it there, John. There was an illegal tackle there, so there was a penalty on just in case if they needed it, but not necessary as they're able to drive forward over the line. Great work. Their second try off of that driving maul. As we mentioned, it's giving them just enough time. We're about 4 minutes away from the conclusion. Can we inch a little closer?
Important kick here from Tuisila. He hasn't been perfect, but he hits that one. So we have a 3-point game here. Unconverted try wins it for the Southeast Bears. Penalty kick will give them a tie game, send us into overtime.
I do disagree.
Great work there to be able to take that pick. quickly off the back before the defense has time to line up and supply the pressure they needed. Too much power there from the Bears. The referee just having a quick chat with the AR on the far sideline. We have a 3-point match.
Yeah, 4 minutes and 15 seconds.
Referee says 4 minutes 50 seconds, exactly what we have on our clock here.
Score on the board is a good one.
Independent Red may go along with this one, pushing down on their own end. They need to shake a ball loose here.
Time on.
Not quite as far as they might. It's inside the 22. Hanson breaks the first couple, going down the side. Hanson has the intensity he wants to play. Driving towards the line here. Independent to be very careful not to get penalized.
Okay, 2 blue, Broadway. This is red.
Momentum here to the Southeast Bears. Tuisila is going to play the territory game. He knows the sun is in these players' eyes, so he gets it down there. And here come Independent Red. Independent Red going to be able to clean this one. Tuala goes. They go wide. Little pass out there. Is there room? They have to stay and not get turned over. This is going to be key for Independent Red. They might want to think about some territory here as Jordan Chappell gets a good call to the fore once again. Here is Tuala. Tuala's been putting up contestable kicks. Now they're just inside their own 40-meter line. And he's going to hang that one for some players to come onto. Coming away, off that wing is Landon Starnes. Wide pass, looking to get a Magic Man running, and they have somebody right there. Ball goes down. Can Red rip this away? Player in position, but it's going to come back to Southeast Bears. Bears live with this one. Big contact in the middle of the field. They're right at halfway. 3 minutes, 15 seconds.
I'll keep the play on here.
Back across the back. Room is just shut down there for Landon Starnes. Landon Starnes gets his feet to the ground, but in and back over was Manu. The referee says he has to release there. Ball comes out from Peyton Hayes in its scrum half. Peyton Hayes from Clemson University. Looks again, slower ball this time. Tuisila puts it to the wing. Player has to dive for it, so Independence Red trying to get in over that one. Still holding the ball. They're at their own 40-meter line. Not a lot on that one. Seiler takes it in. They're going to recycle. See what the decision is here. Strong, powerful running defense coming on from Independent Red. Can't quite find that hole so far. Double tackle on Phelan. Looking to go wide again. That pass went forward according to the ref, so bit of luck here for this red team. They have certainly been up against it in these last few minutes with really momentum going the Southeast Bears way. Need a good solid scrum here. No penalties.
I need you to work with more effort in the offside position, okay?
That was a tremendous defensive stand, making tackle after tackle. A little bit dangerous. They're going for the poach, John, almost every single time. Kind of flirting with that gray area that we've talked about throughout this match. But in the end, they're able to get the takeaway, setting themselves up with just 2 minutes or so here. Haven't really seen either team really be able to take it against the head. So you seems to think that the Reds should be able to have possession here. At that point, I know they kicked it away on the last one. We just hang on to it, milk this clock for the last 90 seconds before they are back-to-back champions here in the NCR All-Star Shield competition.
Southeast Bears maybe looking to draw a penalty here. They've gotten the luck to draw a couple of them in this half. Stability needed. Scrum goes down. Referee's going to let him play. Here comes Jordan Chappell. Jordan Chappell cut down there, able to get the ball back. Southeast Bears trying to move it. Ball goes up there to Rubel. Move it out again. Estien's been so good. Gets that ball back. Players trying to pull him back from the Bears. Can't really play the player there. Chappell comes back. 40 seconds on the game clock. Bears are going to have to try something here. Can't get a penalty. Geldenhouse over that one. Taka Indisa took that one in. Ball back. to Independent Red. They're playing the 2-minute drill here, basically, as Basuku takes that one forward. Players trying to get it over from the Southeast Bears. Penalized. Player coming off their feet here. So with 10 seconds to go on the game clock, ball is here to the Southeast Bears.
Time is off. Both captains, please.
Referee going to talk to the captains with basically 1 second to go here.
Trying to comment. This one on number 8. He's the first on the contest. He's good. He's saying that there's already a rock. I don't need that, okay? Next guy that comments on what happened on the lows is going to be good for the sin bin. We have 30 seconds on the clock to play. Let's play rugby. No more comment on both like this. Have a word. I will restart when you give me the sign that is good.
3 seconds. 30 seconds on the clock. As you heard, 3 points in it. Tuisila, ball in hand, will push this downfield.
Yeah, John, I was really impressed.
Wait for the whistle.
Go ahead, Tim.
Really impressed on the last couple of phases. It was Campbell Van Rooyen, big number 20, that had his hands on it, earned the penalty there. Great work on the defensive end, and now with a minute left to play, John, everything on the line as the Bears just need one final moment of magic. The championship could be theirs. We've seen so many comebacks this weekend. It's been a tremendous tournament. Do we have one final delicious ending awaiting for us?
They have some distance to go here as the ball goes to Hansen. Hansen towards that touchline. They're coming back in. Can they get him over? Good first movement there. Going to the width for the Bears. Bears looking to win this one. Player rolling forward. Players have to be careful here. Ball comes out. Again, Tuisila goes wide. They have some runners out there. Ball spilled there. Did it go forward? Knocked on by Red, says the referee.
Advantage on knock on here.
So Southeast Bears have a scrum advantage. But if the game ends here, that advantage doesn't really matter as the ball goes back to Hansen. Flirting with the touchline here. Looking to make this happen. Taken to the ground. Juan Boyd.
Hey, push it back, right? Push it back. Okay, retrieve.
And digging in there. Red has to be really careful. They're putting the pressure on right here. And then some of the big boys in. Last moments of this game. Pure excitement. Tuisila. The outside is closed down for him, but he's able to slip through about 30 meters out. Back to this right-hand side. Having to hold on to it there is Landon Starnes. Peyton Hayes.
Release that call,
another big runner in there. Ball coming wide here from Tuisila. They're looking to get this player there into touch as Independent Red, but he's doing a great job keeping it alive. Coming back is Keeney
Red 9. Penalty advantage 9. Red offside.
We have a penalty advantage. Offside against New England Independent. So another opportunity here. It's from the corner, so that'll be tougher for a penalty kick if that's what they were going to go for. But we'll see what they come back to here. Southeast Bears getting pushed back a little bit. They're just inside their 50. They have this opportunity. That one goes out. Are they going to come back to the penalty?
Decisions now, John. So important. What do they do here? I think it's in the range of Tuisila. We've seen him strike a few, but he's missed a couple in this match as well.
Line out. Oh, you mean? It's L line out down there.
Pointing for the corner.
No. I'm coming back on penalty here. Advantage was not over. No. Advantage was not over. You have to kick it. Are you going for the line out? Thank you.
Coming back here to the penalty. Players wanted to just take the line out where they were. The distance they might have wanted back there. They're closer to the 22. Still, just an unconverted try wins it here for the Bears. Independent Red have to cut this one down. This is a championship moment that these players live for.
One step back.
See where they decide to go. Up and over the top, comes down to Red. Red has the ball. If they can get this into touch, it is going to be game over in a championship here for Independent Red. They will make no mistake about this, and they kick that into touch. Independent Red are your 2026 National Collegiate Rugby All-Star Champions. Tim Wilkes, final thoughts on this one.
Boy, no tries in the second half for the Independence Reds, but they did not need it. Too much defense, and they hang on for dear life and are able to repel the surge there from the Southeast Bears. What an incredible game, incredible second half, but just the effort from the New England Independents is enough to secure the back-to-back victory.
What a game there for this Independence Red team. They really held on in the end. See Coach Kyle Sumption happy right there. Hamish Yeldham, all these players good to go. It has been a fantastic weekend of rugby at National Collegiate Rugby. Thank you to everybody at National Collegiate Rugby for putting this on. Everybody at this park, beautiful park we are in for this weekend, Silverbacks Park. That's I lost at the end. Everybody in Next Level Rugby, Mike Baker taking us on. We have the man with the rugby plan, Ryan Ginty, on the ground. Our camera crew, we have Jeff, we have Grant for Pago Haini and Tim Wilkes. I am John Broker. It's been enjoyable. We hope you have a wonderful evening.
Terrific game. Wasn't that fun? The end was tough. I was like, take a breath here. Good job, buddy. I want you to take it to injury, so I'm trying to get it's a tie, and you have a good kicker there.